Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 47 of Passion Project, the speedrun and gaming variety show that encourages anyone and everyone in the speedrun and competitive gaming communities to showcase their passions in games. My name is Amber Cyprin. I will be your host tonight, and if you've got a passion project of your own, if you go to gdq.gg/hotfix, find the How section near the top of the page, and click the link to submit it to the show, you would be able to show off anything that you'd want to show off here, whether that's grinding speedruns, learning and routing new categories, or breathing new life into a game in unconventional ways. Passion Project is the best place on Twitch to show the world what you love the most in speedrunning and gaming. I just want to remind everyone that if you are looking to get more involved with the GDQ community, you can join the official Games Done Quick Discord and add the Hotfix notification role to yourself to stay in the loop on upcoming events, chat with staff, and more, and use !Discord in Twitch chat for an invite and more information. So, tonight on Passion Project, we are taking off into space with Super Mario Galaxy as Ghost TSR shows off all unique one-ups, unique one-ups category, I swear I can read. And following that up, we'll be going on a golfing vacation as Tora Knight demonstrates the 4 main courses on Mario Golf Game Boy Color Story Mode. So joining me right now is Ghost and his commentator, Salad Bowl. Thank you both so much for being here with me tonight. How are you doing?
I'm doing perfectly fine, and thank you again for having us on, Amber. Really appreciate it.
It's my pleasure.
%100% agree. All right, well, just before I start, this category is not like your typical category. We're going to be going around and in levels, so that's pretty much the first thing about all one-ups. You get to see a lot of the game, and also you might notice that I have 2 cursors on my screen. I am holding 2 controllers at the same time. If you can see my webcam over here, I have both of them spaced out so I can use the 2P mechanics in this game. So 2P allows me to do an extra jump and also collects more star bits, but the extra jump is what I will be using a lot more. I just wanted to get that out of the way. We will get started very shortly, and I'll throw it over to Salad after I start the run to explain more of the techniques, but I will count us down. So starting from 5, time starts as soon as I collect the star. So we will be starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Take it away, Salad.
All right, so basically, as you might have guessed, we're going to be collecting every single unique instance of a 1-up in the game. Basically, the only reason it says unique is like if there's a 1-up in the same place in 2 different stars in like the same galaxy, we don't have to collect it every single time, just because who would want to do that? Likewise, we are starting not from a fresh save file, but we're already on a 121 star save file, just because it's a lot easier for yourself. Like, you're only going through stars where you're actually collecting 1-ups. We've already collected 2, which is great. We've only got 188 to go. We start off in Loop-de-Swoop. We do all these trial galaxies first, just because they can be a little trickier. Like, that's very tough to get. You got to control your momentum on the what's that guy's name? Why can't I remember?
That's the Manta.
He's a Manta Ray, but I don't know what his name is.
I think his name is just the Manta Ray.
I like to call him Caleb. So that's Caleb.
Caleb?
Yep, that's Caleb.
I've never met anybody named Caleb in real life, so
all right.
There's no way of knowing if that's a real name. This is a very tricky 1-up. Yes, perfect. So also you'll see there, as soon as we collect the last 1-up in a stage, we can just leave, because we got all the 1-ups. There's no reason to stay at all. But next we'll be going up to, I believe, are you doing
Bubble Blast? So
Bubble Blast.
This is going to be a little like a difficult level. It's probably the hardest trial I have, but it's not because of the 1-ups being like too difficult to grab, but there are skips I will be doing. So I'll actually explain that a little bit. So in Bubble Blast, normally you have to go into these pipes to enter and collect star chips around the level and go through the bubble, but we can actually skip having to use some of these pipes. So for the first part, we can just actually backflip here, and great start so far. All right, did not mean for that to happen, but yeah, going too fast. Okay, so for the first part, I'm just gonna go into this pipe. We're gonna get this first star chip, and then we're gonna go back, and I can actually do a ground pound to clear that fence, and then here I can go into this pipe, and as soon as I get into this pipe, I'll collect this star, and I can skip this by using 2B jump here. Like that. And then the last part, I can also skip having to go into another one of the areas. So you're gonna see that happen pretty soon. So after I go into this bottom left one, I'm gonna backflip to give myself enough time to despawn the fire. Go here, and then backflip, 2B jump, and I just barely make it. Nice. And then I'm just gonna go here. I'm gonna collect this one up on the way, and then here I just wait because I just wait for this, and I'm going to be extra careful because I don't want to lose all my hard work after that. But yeah, after this it's just you get to the end, and that was very well executed. That was a lot better than what was going on in practice. So yeah, Salad, you can explain the one-ups from here. I will take some time to focus.
Yeah, we've got one more one up here at the end, but he'll cruise through. I think the big point of this run that's fun with it being from a complete save file is we have the freedom to sort of go in whatever order we want. So, like I said, we're starting with the trial planets here, and then you saw when he exited out of Loop-de-Swoop there, you get sent back to the start of the observatory, and that happens pretty much every time in the run, except one time. So you can just sort the stars however you think you want to do it. It's a lot of freestyle for just whatever stuff you think is hard. So the original route from this run, some new strats have been discovered, especially in Kitchen, which we'll get to later, which I think you guys will very much enjoy. But we've put those earlier in the run for you guys, just so that it's more consistent. Obviously, in this format, we're not going to be resetting at all. But, you know, point still stands. Next up, we're going to...
Rolling Gizmo.
Rolling Gizmo. Yes, other important thing to note is, while we're mostly getting one-ups within stages, there are 5 scattered throughout the observatory. You're going to see us get. I believe we're going to get one after this star on our way to Garden. There's one at the tippy top there.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, just for the sake of this lovely event hosted by Amber here, if we're calling this a passion project, I would say, obviously Ghost is very passionate about it. I'm very passionate about it. I was asked to commentate just because I spent a lot of time routing this run. Because I don't know what exactly the technology behind this is, but I remember asking the modding Discord for this game, like, hey, can somebody get me a full list of, like, the object list of where all the one-ups were in this game? And they were like, nope. I think that's just not a thing. I don't really know. Ask somebody else who knows. I cannot tell you, but what that resulted in is me in my basement for the better half of, like, maybe a month just playing through every single star in the game, going through excruciatingly detail, just trying to find every single one-up. And then I still missed 3 that had to be pointed out to me later by people, which, I mean, this is not a fit. I have genuinely had a recurring stress nightmare about somebody finding another one-up, and then the whole category is just back. It's back to square one. Also, final one-up there. All good. Now we're going to Garden, but before...
Actually, we're going to bedroom.
Trip to your friend and mine. We're going to bedroom.
Yes.
Sorry.
And then afterwards, we're going to Garden. So traditionally, you do the domes in reverse order, which is kind of like on the contrary, but bedroom actually has a really cool skip we're going to be coming up to, which I will explain before we get there. So we're going to be heading to Dusty Dune 3. The first part is going to be pretty standard. We're going to ground pound and go through a small auto scroller section, but the second planet is where we'll actually get pretty funky. So I'm going to be performing a skip called Chip Skip, which allows me to skip having to collect the chips on the second planet, but it's really difficult and also saves only like 10 seconds. But if I do get it in this run, it would be really cool to show off. I'll go for it once, but other than that, I will not go for it another time. But yeah, that's my philosophy. Also, there's a one up there that I just don't want to forget. It's pretty easy to forget that if you die, but here's some focus time from me. I'll just let Sal take over commentary from here on out.
Yeah, I like just a year or so ago, maybe longer, some fellows in the Tassin community realized you can kind of just do whatever you want in this game, gravity-wise. So, I'm really excited. This is a very, very cool skip. I hope you guys get to see it. And you will, because I believe in my friend Ghost. See here. Yeah, the gravity fields for a lot of planets in this game are much bigger than you might think. So, okay. Ooh.
I was close.
It's all right. You want to go again? One more try for the fans. Yeah,
How much
you'll
time
see
does it
some similar
lose to miss the
skips
skip?
I think you could probably, I want to say maybe you could do it 3 times. Like if you get on your 3rd or so time, and then it would be even. Because it does, like, this is a long couple of auto-scroller sections here that you're skipping, where you have to, like, wait for that to raise, you grab all the star chips, and then you have to lower it again to actually get
Beautiful.
everything. It takes a good long while.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, that is good. Usually you have to, like, kind of just stand in midair and shake forever. Please don't die now. Alright. And then a nice little skip coming up here as well. Just trying to... The minute you touch the ground... Oh wait, I'm missing a whole planet here. First we gotta grab a 1 up here and kill our little pokey friend. But then on this 2 planets from now, sorry. As soon as you touch the bottom of the floor inside of this tower, the auto-scroller section starts. But you can avoid starting it before you grab the 1 up. So we're gonna try and get that.
Oh.
Oh.
He just decided to be a funny guy and go back in. I don't know where the one. Oh, here's the coconut. Okay. I promise. I'm already like, okay. I promise you this doesn't take that long. All right. Let's do this. Let's take this one.
Hey, soccer's not everybody's sport.
All right, there we go. Second.
There we go.
Yep. Hey, but what did you guys think of that chip skip?
That skip was sick. I'm assuming that's something that only Luigi can do, because I'm assuming you're
Yes,
playing
only
Luigi
Luigi can
due
do
to
that
his,
because of-
his better jump.
Because of his backwards momentum. Taz can actually do that with Mario by going into the sand, which I can explain a little bit later. But really quickly, I'm going to skip this cutscene. Yep. By just wall jumping here and getting that 1 up like that.
Got it. Yeah, I think Mario Galaxy gets a lot of flack from some people for being long jump simulator. Okay, that shows you're uneducated. There's a lot of cool stuff going on like that. A lot of fun planet skips, a lot of great 2P skips you can do. We're going into Gusty Garden 2 here. This is one of those stages where, you know, not every single stage in the run has to be a winner. I believe in this one you just sort of go to the very end, and then you collect 1 up at the end. But... Sorry, I have notes. Did you do Gusty Garden 2 first? Sorry.
I am doing Gusty Garden 2 right now, second.
Yeah, I'm looking at the splits on our end in the screen share, and it looks like it is going to be Gusty Garden 2 into 1.
So there's actually a really cool trick you can do here, which is done like in the other categories, which is called what's called Gusty Garden 2 skip, where you can actually do a 2P jump. You only don't see this in this run because the planet you get the 1 up on is in the next one, but you can actually do a 2P jump at a specific part of this planet to spawn at the boss fight very instantly. So if you want to check that out, check out 8% speedruns of this game and 120 speedruns. They're really cool.
Yeah, see, this planet is what all 1-ups is all about, because like you would never, even casually, you'd probably never go to this planet, but we have to visit it here just for those 2 1-ups.
2P jumps, that you do,
yes,
right?
100%.
Because, how exactly does that work? Because I've only ever played single player mode without using the 2P mechanic.
So,
is it just like you click, or?
So basically, there are 3 inputs that you use for a 2P jump. You have the 2P A button that allows you to do an extra jump after you do a homing ground pound.
Mm-hmm.
And you also have a grounded, and you also have the ability to shoot out star bits with the 2P button as well. So those are the 2 main mechanics of 2P. Also, I'm going to try and do a skip here. Get this 1 up. Perfect.
Nice.
I never get that, but that skips having to use a vine that you normally would use from that piranha, which I'm very happy about. And the second 1 up will be over there. But yeah, as I was explaining to Amber, this game with 2P, basically, it is really convenient because there's only buttons you have to press. So you would only have to press the 2P A button, recenter the cursor, and shoot out star bits. So basically that allows us to like place a spacer in it and just either hairband tie it together, or you can just hold them together, and allows you to do a lot of stuff. The last one up here is going to be in this area, which is nice, but that's pretty much it for Gussie Garden 1.
Yeah, it might be worth, just for people who haven't seen it, during this Starflying cutscene to show the setup of the controllers, because it is pretty funny looking.
Yeah, so
You have,
like this. I'll have more downtime, but like I have a Wii 2 HDMI placed in here, but yeah. Also, this is one of my favorite levels in the entire run, which I'm really happy about. This is Freeze Flame 1. So, do you want to explain where the one-ups are while people just look at my movement? I'll just have my movement speak for itself.
Yeah, most of them are going to be on the top of the main planet we're on here. It's also fun for this star. This was one where I actually had to route it instead of just going through sequential order. Because you can visit both. There's one up in the secret star path at the top there, but then there's a couple also in the like the main star section, like the Freeze Flame 1 before you fight Baron Burr. So we're going to be going up here. There's one on top of the slide we have to get to. First we get these question marks boxes, and then we get on top of the slide. Well, how do we do it? Well, I don't want to go all the way up the slide. Why don't we just do a nice little jump over here? Oh.
I had a bad angle.
I was too confident with the commentary on me.
Ideally, you can just make it there with a long jump, but the casual way is just you take the take this, and yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to sound cool with the commentary. I think it was karma for me personally. It's not your fault. And then we'll be going to the secret star area up here.
And normally, you can
packs.
actually skip having to like use these stars. So, you just do a triple jump here, and then you can do a jump on that thwomp to skip having to do an extra spin, which saves a bit of time. And the last one up is just out in the distance. So, can I like actually? my angles are kind of crazy today, but I mean, we made it work. All right.
We are making pretty good time though.
That is true. That is true. Here is Dusty Dune 1. So, basically in this level, we got 4 1-ups. Charlie can explain a little bit more about like this level, but we'll have some shortcuts to do here. But for the first part, we're actually gonna skip having to use any of these tornadoes, and we're gonna go outside to get this tornado for the 1-up. So I'm going to hold up, and if I time it correctly, I should be able to catch this tornado, and that was perfectly aligned, which is very nice.
Yeah, this is another fun star because you get to go to some places you normally wouldn't go to.
So
Just try and get all the one-ups.
that's pretty much it.
Look at the little Luigi sneaking by. What a great guy. Ooh.
Ooh, I almost got up there, but it is pretty precise, but it is possible to get up there. And I just crouch underneath here. I'm gonna do some cool 2P jumps, so ground pound. And then you just long jump here. I'm gonna do some 2P jumps, and you should be launched off here. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna just jump over here and just long jump to the end. So those are the 3. The last one up is going to be on the second planet. It's pretty much out in the blue, but normally you would have to take a tornado. But with that 2P jumping, you can just do a specific 2P jump to land on these blocks here, and
we
you should
should
be
have
able to
done it
skip that
like
section,
those
which is very
Hollow
nice.
Knight grub runs where we name every single 1-up.
Yep. Alright. We have another Dusty Dune level coming up, which I think is pretty cool as well. This is Dusty Dune 2. So this is just going to be a lot of optimization. And Salad, I don't know if you already explained the routing process for this, but if you're down to explain a little bit more about what 1-ups you like and the 1-ups that we cannot collect, that would be nice.
Yeah, a couple things. I think there still is a Galaxy 2 version of this category that's all one-ups, but the big difference is they are just pre-existing one-ups, but we do every one-up where there's also a challenge to get it. So if you have to collect a bunch of notes, something like that, in this level, I believe there's a crab you have to kill. Any of those blue crabs always give you one-up. We count all of those. There's only like 3 or 4 in the game. Additionally, I think I'd mentioned that we have 190 collectible one-ups. There's 2 uncollectible ones. Well, there's one uncollectible one and then one, people can get mad at me for if you want. But in Snowcap, there's a one-up there's basically craters inside on the planet where, like, if you hover over them with the cursor, there's an activation thing and it'll shoot out some, like, star bits or whatever. But there's a crater that's also inside of the planet that you can get inside of the planet there, because, like, you can clip through using a snowman, which we won't have any time to show off probably, but you can't clip, like, the camera would also have to be physically inside of the planet. So I asked some of my buddies in the tasking scene to see if it was physically possible, and we couldn't get it done. But board at home, try it out, see if you can clip yourself inside the planet and then just shake the Wiimote rapidly, because that crater spawns a one-up, but currently it's not collected. And the other thing is, in this level specifically, this is really convenient because it happens right here, I believe. When you collect this row of notes, 3 one-ups will spawn. In a different star, only 1 one-up spawns here, and I think technically in the game's code, they're counted as, like, different one-ups, but I mean, it's the same one-up in the same place. Like, what do you want from us, man? We're collecting all the one-ups,
Also, there's a really cool strat I'm gonna come here up with. So this is a strat I kind of found. So we're going to get this one up here, and we're actually going to be doing a death warp. And doing a death warp allows us to be at the beginning of the level where we spawn, and it saves, like, having to backtrack, which is like saves like 2-3 seconds, which is really nice. And also gives us time to
I think, is there also a death warp? Oh, sorry, you go.
Yeah, go ahead. And then the last one up here is going to be on the top of here, and that's pretty much it.
I was going to say, is there one more death warp in the run in Sea Slide, I believe?
Yes, there is one more in. There's one more death warp in the run, so that's pretty much there. So Dusty Noon Comet, you might be wondering, it's pretty similar to Dusty Noon 2. Why do we have to come back here? There's actually a one-up that is not placed in the original level that, what's it called? It's going to be placed in this planet. Thankfully, it's on the second part of the planet, so we'll have to, like, spend way too much time, but it is kind of annoying. But yeah.
Also, for the folks at home, there is a document that shows in the category rules for this category extension. It shows, or it doesn't show, but it explains where all of the unique one-ups you have to pick up are. And according to the rules, I'm seeing 166 one-ups.
Oh, hey,
in Galaxy
I'll be honest,
1?
We were guessing the number. I was at work late. I didn't have as much time for pre-pro. I was doing my best. Okay.
I wasn't sure if it's like 190, but like 30, like 23 or no, 24 of them were like not unique or something.
No, I just made up a number.
Also, here's a really cool trick coming up.
Who said that?
I'm gonna spin and jump, and yeah, you can do that. So that's a trick called fast flying. So for some reason, whenever you're, like, flying, like, up vertically, whenever you're, like, near, like, a wall, the gravity is really confused, so you just end up getting, like, a bunch of vertical height. So it allows you to just, like, travel, like, up instantly, which is, like, pretty convenient. And the first one is gonna be there, and we're gonna do this, like, for the last, on the last planet as well. But, yeah, that's a pretty cool trick.
Yeah.
That is very neat.
Yeah, just a little bit more of a technical explanation. Basically what's going on is Luigi just does that. And yeah.
Luigi physics are very, very fun in Galaxy because his jump height and distance is very different from Mario's. So, like, you'll notice a lot of folks do choose to run the game as Luigi. Not that you can't as Mario, but a lot of folks choose to run as Luigi just because, well, he's a little harder to control on the ground. You spend a lot of time in the air in this run that I've noticed. And having that little bit of extra height that like makes certain jumps more possible or possible in the first place is very much welcomed.
We do have a couple of cool tricks here coming up, I believe.
So I'm just going to be doing.
How deep into the star we go.
Yeah. So, well, I should be doing that. You can actually get over this by doing a grounded 2B jump. That was recently found and implemented by me because I just do that in my runs. And then here I'm gonna wait a bit. Actually, this is the perfect time too. So I'm gonna actually like ground 2B jump here and then hold and then get into the 1-up, and that's pretty much Bowser 2. So those are 4 1-ups.
I think technically that's known as schmovement.
Yes.
I do believe that is the technical term for it.
Yeah.
If you were to
it's a
see
very
that a
technical
level in
category
its
all at once.
entirety, you would be able to see that we do a trick called plus skip. So it allows you to like skip having to use up platforms. So we don't have to do that, thankfully. All you just gotta do is collect the 1-ups. But again, if you do want to check out a lot more skips that I don't do in this run because they're just missed out or we don't have the opportunity to do them, I would recommend checking out some 90% Luigi runners. For sure. I have a lot to shout out at the end, but
sort of
yeah.
Yeah, all 1-ups is very much a sort of a amuse-bouche. Is that a word? Is that something?
I will let's
little
just
tasting
let's just
of some
pretend
fun
it
tricks.
is. Let's just pretend.
It's a little it's tapas.
Yep.
Tapas of the Galaxy 120 run. You go here, you get a little bit of that. You know, you're still full, but you tried everything. You know, you're not 6 hours into your 120 run and you want to go home and cry. Just a bit of light fun.
Okay. Ideally, the gravity here is like
See,
really
we only
weird,
have-
so you can just like grab a lot of these star chips like that. And then the one up here is going to be at the end of the level. It's going to be like there in the distance. But yeah. We're just going to be doing some 2B jumps. And then exiting out of the level. Free Slime
Yeah, and I
2.
think- oh, we have more. Yes.
Free Slime 2, so...
Oh, we have 2 more. No, we have 3 more.
Yeah, we have 3 more. So Free
Very
Slime 2 is
aggressive
3
Free
and
Slime.
then C. Free Slime 2 is also pretty interesting. For this first plant, we're going to be collecting some charge chips. You're gonna be seeing me let go of my stick. So you're able to like stay in place after you hit these star chips. So it's a little optimization to make like collecting these chips a lot easier rather than like having to like circle around multiple times. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah, it looks like we've given Luigi a concussion, but he's probably fine.
But yeah, the second part of this level, normally there's we're gonna have to light 2 fire torches. But we'll actually be skipping that here. So I'm gonna be doing a 2B jump to skip over here, and then we're gonna be going over to the section where the 1-up is. So I'm just gonna be long jumping here. And then
Yeah,
here,
this is one of the places where a lot of any percent runners might straight up not know that this area exists. Like,
yeah, going behind is not something
you
that we
would
do.
just never go back here. I mean, you do a skip. Yeah, you do a skip like, 10 seconds before this. You never even make it to this half of the planet. And there's our one lonely 1-up.
Yeah, this is also another reason why I'm a big fan of like this category, is that there's so many cool places that like people haven't experienced like in their first playthrough, or you might not know about, that will like shock you as like a moment. Free Slime 3 is also one of those levels where there's going to be a lot more we do exploring. But first we do a skip here to like we do a small shortcut to like to avoid having to like go around the entire planet. We just abuse gravity like that because physics. Shout out to physics. Who doesn't love physics?
I'm a fan myself, yeah. Little nook and cranny we're going into here. See, This is the kind of stuff, I'm actually getting a superiority complex to any percent runners right now. These guys, they're never going back there, you know? Who even knows that that one-up exists? We do, because we care. This is my passion project.
Yep.
To the name of the thing.
You had mentioned in the call before we went live that this was some of your most fun playing this game was routing this category out, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I mean, this is... I mean, I have played so much of this game. I'm also decently active in the A Button Challenge community for this game, which also has a lot of fun stuff. I would recommend checking that kind of stuff out. But I've just been playing this game since I was probably, I don't know, since I was very, very little. You know, I had a Wii growing up, of course. And yeah, it's by far my favorite video game. I've just... Like, if I had a number in front that said how many hours I played this game for, and I'm sure every speedrunner can relate to this, it would be very upsetting. I'm actually... That's why I don't like that Steam does that. I don't want to know.
And then that's the last one up.
Nice.
We have 2 more levels coming up for bedroom, and then we will be going to garden, which is arguably probably the hardest dome in this run, but probably one of my favorites to do optimally. So before we get there, we are going to be going to Freeze Flame Comet and just chillaxing here. You can see the 1-up is in here. Something that is really cool about these Cosmic Luigi races is that you can actually get a startup boost by holding ZL and pressing A within 5 frames of the go button appearing, which I think is pretty cool. Alright, we have one more level, and again with the routing, we usually take these Hungry Luma stars like at the end, because they often just like spawn us in the observatory, so we just like to collect them at the end of each whenever we have one. And then...
That's 2... Is that 2 of the 5 observatory 1-ups? Did you get the garage one already?
I will be getting the garage one later, but thanks for reminding me. Here's Big Mouth. Okay. There's not much to like worry about in this level, thankfully. We got one up here, which we can easily get by just freezing this Goomba, or I mean crab. And then here we just swim to the bottom, and that's pretty much Big Mouth. So here I'm actually going to be entering garden, so we're actually going to be doing a trick called fast flying, which I'll explain after I get this 1-up. So basically what fast flying allows us to do is we stop flying, and then after we cancel our fly, if we press A in a rhythm, we're able to like gain a lot of speed while flying, rather than just like regularly flying. So that's the technique I'm doing here. And then that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and just a more technical explanation of that, Luigi just does that, basically.
He just flies very fast.
I appreciate chat from the prior level we were in. Oh man, I love this star. Oh, and there it goes. Just immediately leaves
one thing
the
that
star.
sucks about all 1-ups is that you get to see like all these cool stars and like, oh, you're finished. Why play more of the level and get the star? It kind of sucks, but again, make sure to check out any percent categories and 120 categories if you have the chance. I'll try out some runners at the end. We're actively playing if you want to have a chance, but we actually are going to be coming up to skip in Dreadnought 2, which is why I have this level first. This trick can be a little annoying, but I'm hopeful that I can get it. It's pretty finicky, but I'll explain it after I do it. But let's see. Okay, nice. So basically you can just jump here and then skip having to pull that drawbridge down and skip having to go on the screw, which saves a lot of time. That's the first trick here. The second trick we will be doing is we're going to be doing some tubby jumps to skip having to go around this area. I accidentally missed my tubby jump, but not a big deal. I will not go for that next time. I will
Thankfully you just start right here.
Yep. And then you just spin here, and then we're going to be doing another skip here. Thankfully this is a lot easier. And then here, we're gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for this coin. And then here, I'm going to be jumping off the edge. And then spinning to... What?
Oh, Luigi, where are you going?
I've never seen that
I
happen
think we should
before.
be fine. Okay. Well, thankfully, I am fine, but, that was kind of not warranted, but, yeah, you can actually skip having to, like, wait for the platform to, completely, like, go out, as opposed to, just waiting there. It's very convenient.
Yeah.
And Dreadnought 3 is also another cool level. We're going to be having a few more skips as well in here. And,
Yeah.
normally...
I'll also say, I was gonna say, we do have a Luma shop at the end of this level where you have to spend, I believe, 30 star bits to buy a 1-up off of Luma, which is sort of, you know, I'll find a critique of capitalism or something like that in there somewhere if you just give me a second. I did a bit over a skip, but everybody saw it. It was pretty cool.
So basically,
Yeah,
what
you can
doing that jump allows you to do is... Okay, I'm just gonna take you because you're already here. Thank you, my friend. What that allows you to do is you're allowed to basically just like skip to the end of... You can skip like having to kill the top mans and spawning the Luma. So that Luma is forever imprisoned in that cage. So my apologies. Did not mean for that to happen.
Yeah. I believe that there's only one time in the whole game where it's actually coded where you can't just go to the next planet, like the gravity. All the gravities for the planets are always there, so if you can get into the field, you can just get to the next planet.
Yeah, yeah.
Which, with the 2P jump, which was not intended by the developers, I believe, allows us just to skip a lot of planets like that. This is where the long jump simulator accusations, I think, originate from, is this planet right here. But we do have a shell, so it's actually walking simulator.
And I actually do a spin cancel there, which basically allows me to keep long jumping after that area. But basically, spin canceling is a pretty important technique that I'll be doing to cancel, like, having to, just go around here. So, it's nice. And I'm going to be going here. And then this is one of these Lumas where you have to feed it, so... Yeah.
Yeah, and feel free to accidentally click the 6-up, the life heart button, and then lose like 2 minutes of time just for fun.
Oh, you don't know how many times I used to do that when I started running this category. It's not fun. Just don't do that. Map Splatter is supposed to be an auto-scroller, but we have more skips I can show off. I think they're really cool, so I'm hoping I can get them first try, but yeah, so we got some 1-ups here. This is one of those levels where there are 1-ups that like are really obscure places. So yeah, this is the first skip in the level. I will actually wait for this to spawn. I should... And then, if I do a 2P jump and ground pound, I get a damage boost from the fireball, which, that was very well executed, which I'm happy about.
Yeah, that looked very smooth.
So, basically, one of the, main mechanics of, using the, in this level is using the spring mushroom. And I don't know if anyone of you have played this casually, but the spring mushroom is probably one of the worst, items in the game. But unfortunately, we kind of do have to grab it here. So, yeah. Thankfully, we don't have to use this for the entire level, only just till the end. But, yeah, it's kind of annoying power-up to deal with sometimes. And one thing you can also do with spring is a 2P jump from the spring. If you press Z and then just do the 2P A button over Luigi, he just gets an extra height like that. And we'll be using that near the end of the level to, skip into or do a shortcut into a launch star. But, yeah. We're going to be collecting our last 3 in the last area of this level, but, I mean, so far, this has not been badly executed, so, thankful. Alright. But yeah, got a few more sections.
Now, while we're waiting on this to scroll, I just want to remind folks that GDQ will be returning to PAX West If you didn't see our PAX East broadcast, we are doing one in PAX West. It's going to be from August 29th to September 1st, and we are looking for run submissions. So if you submit your runs by July 27th, that'll be in about 10 days from now, for a chance to showcase your run live in Seattle. Selected runners will receive an event badge, so you can definitely check us out over at gdq.gg/submit for more information on how to submit to our PAX West showcase. I worked PAX East. I was part of that games committee. I'm not doing games committee for PAX West, but it was a really fun time, both running and working that. So I do recommend, if you are West Coast native, definitely submit and give it a shot if you were planning on going to PAX West anyways.
So Melty Molten 1, the level starts out already like doing this. So what I'm doing here is I'm doing a technique called a slope jump. So normally slopes are not supposed to be rideable, or like you cannot like continuously like go up them. But if you actually do a jump in the direction you're facing and move backwards and utilize backwards momentum, you're able to just continuously jump backwards. So that's pretty much the nicest. Okay, this is probably one of my least favorite one-ups to get in the run, just because of like how complicated it is, but nice.
Yeah, we were gonna say our favorite one-ups, but I guess we should also say our least favorite one-ups.
Oh, that's probably one of my least favorite one-ups. It's really hard to do that movement consistently.
I think my least favorite is probably got to be the one at the end of Gusty Garden 3 that's just there. You just have to play the whole star, and then it's just out in the open.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm not a big fan of that star. They're calling it the least important sling star ever. I don't know if I've ever used it. We've got
and then
two more in this level.
Yeah, so at the beginning, the end of the level is like a very intense moment, because you're basically like having this like part of the like level like sink into the ground, and you want to not die. So we'll be doing a skip here at the beginning, just with like a basic 2P jump, and this is gonna be like a reoccurring thing. Like, ooh, you can't do the skip. Well, with 2P, like anything is possible. So yeah, you can just okay, that was a lot tighter than I expected. And then here, I just do another 2P jump to get up here, and then
Nintendo's best pranks.
Yep, for sure. And then that's Melty Molten 1. Melty Molten 2 is also a really cool level. We're gonna be introduced to the ball again, so I forgot to explain ball controls. So basically, you hold your Joy-Con up like in a vertical like motion, and then you just like rotate it, and that's how you control the ball in this game. But yeah, I was supposed to explain that in Rolling Gizmo, but did not have the time, so I wanted to take a little bit more time to explain it here. But yeah, I think Nintendo did a really good job with utilizing the motion controls for this game, because a lot of them are like, it's already challenging enough to use these motion controls, but the fact you have to use it for these levels too is kind of insane. We can also skip having to go around this area by just doing a 2P jump here, and then we're going to be doing another jump here, and then getting into here. So I'm going to wait here, backflip, and then long jump. Yes, actually that was intended. I was gonna. So you do a damage boost to actually skip having to wait for the platforms there. That saves like an extra second. But it makes this section a little scary, but we can manage. I'm going to collect this starship, and then
yeah, it's also nice we don't have to worry about losing time to like coin or starbit text boxes, because we don't even get those.
Yeah, so in general, when we're doing any Persona, we try to avoid those notifications, because even though they're just a second of time loss, they can pile up if you're continuously getting them. So we try to avoid them to like save a second for each level. So yeah, I can skip having to do that, and 2P just makes that a lot more easier. Just an entire cheat code for this game. But yeah, we got the one up. The second one up is going to be here, so I'm actually going to go around the reverse direction. So there we go.
Yeah. When you were freezing that bullet bill, or whoa, bullet bill. Oh wait, they're called something different now, aren't they? I saw chat making fun of me earlier for saying a boost move or something.
Oh no.
No, but aren't they called something different? They changed the name.
I think they're just called bullet
Somebody
bills.
tell me.
I think Bonsai Bill was the one that was changed potentially, like the giant ones.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I think the regular sized ones are still bullet bills.
I was just thinking when you saw you did a little bit of manipulation with the 2P where you can freeze enemies, which we did when we were doing chip skip in Dusty Dune.
Yep.
What do you think that feels like for the enemy?
It's probably like, I think they're very inferior. Like, hey, bro, let me just attack you real quick. Like, just get over here, please. I'm begging you. Why do you have to be so mean to me? I think that's what they probably think of. Oh, yeah. Also, we just skipped that section, too, by, what's it called? Just doing a spin. So, basically, the planet we just skipped has a really annoying section where you have to, like, kill a lot of the Cherbils, or fire Cherbils, or I like to call them. I don't know what they're actually called, but I just call them Cherbils because they look like them. But
yeah, definitely not their name. They're little cinders, I believe.
yeah, cinders. I just call them Cherbils just because.
Or little embers? Like
yeah, embers are also really cool. But basically, shooting those and attacking them are really annoying. So the skip honestly makes that section a lot more bearable. And then the second one up, we're gonna have to go back here, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that gravity field, like when you were damage boosting towards the planet, that gravity field was much larger than I thought it actually was. I was like, are you gonna make it? Are you gonna make it? You made it, no problem.
Yeah, that's the one thing that like people underestimate about this game. Since like the developers like never really expected you to like do a lot of spins, like some of the gravity fields in this game are really busted. One of them will actually be seeing near the end of the level. It's the first Bowser Jr. fight. You're gonna be seeing the gravity's like super broken there. So we just gotta wait till we get there, which shouldn't be too long, but it'll be near the end of the run. So Dreadnought 1.
Yeah, there's a. We don't do the skip in this star, do we?
No, we have to get a 1-up in here anyway. So
yeah. If you're looking for stuff where, you know, Luigi just flies across the universe, you should look up the task for this star, because you can clip out of bounds in this section, and then you just it's really beautiful.
Yeah, it is really cool. I want to give a huge shout out to a lot of the tasters. Purple Sun, username Billy, Sheep as well. Sheep has just been like doing a great job with tasking this game. Also, that was just a skip. We can skip having to go like through that entire area, which is pretty nice.
Yeah. Well, originally you're supposed to switch the gravity once and then backtrack all the way to the start to get that first one up we got.
Yes.
But we just did a little 2P jump to skip it. I think even. And then we're going up, and then we're going down with our bomb on frontier.
We got to do that again.
Or bomb.
Yeah, the thing that sucks about 3D All-Stars and not having notches is your directions can be like really weird. So I wasn't paying attention to my directions there, which is completely my fault. But next time I will make sure to actually like not do something stupid like that. Yeah, there we go. And then here, I'll just get back. And I'm actually going to be doing a technique called an install walk, where I rotate before 180 degrees before I enter a star, which allows me to walk like pretty instantly like that. And here I'm going to be doing a skip, and then backflipping off here. And then here I'm just going to long jump over to this 1-up. But yeah, you can just get up there and do that. Totally doable.
Yeah. Once again, Luigi just kind of does whatever he wants, and I've always respected that on a personal level.
So Dreadnought P, we're gonna be doing the same skip like earlier we did, but unfortunately I didn't. That's the completely wrong level. I don't know why. I cannot tell the difference between comet stars and purple coin stars after you complete levels, so that was my fault completely.
Yeah.
So the middle star,
Fake
the bottom
Super
middle.
Mario Galaxy fan didn't even learn Korean.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Korean, I should probably explain a little bit on the version I'm playing after I get this one up. But yeah, that's how it should have looked the first time, but you can do that skip.
There we go.
But yeah.
I think that's the shortest star we do.
Yes.
I want to say.
One of the reasons
It's
we
either
play
that
on
or,
Korean is it has
okay.
faster text, and we're playing on the 3D All-Stars version, which is released by Nintendo in 2020, and it also has faster load, so just to clear that up. We should have explained that earlier in the run, but yeah. Here's Deep Dark 1. This is also a really cool level, so I'm going to be going around and collecting some 1-ups. They're all on this first planet, which is, like, really nice, so it's pretty convenient.
Yeah.
I'm also going to be doing jumps here, because jumping in the shell, like there, out of the surface is a lot faster than waiting, so...
Yeah, it's fun. Certain levels like this almost become like a collectathon. You know, because you just have to go to every spot and get your... Oops.
And then here, I'm
Rest
actually
in
going to be
peace,
doing
Crow.
a skip, so I'm actually going to be Kubi jumping up here, and then... Okay, let me back this up. So ideally, you just want to, like, backflip and then spin up there, but yeah, that's pretty much the skip. What that skip's having you do is it allows you to, like, not have to get a fire flower from shooting out from that cannon, and also allows you to save some time by already getting up here instantly. I want to give a huge shout out to Tibbs, who's, like, one of the most talented, like, Super Mario Galaxy speedrunners I know. They're responsible for doing a lot of the 2P stuff for this, so shout out to Tibbs. In my opinion, they're cool.
I think every time
Right.
you fail to skip this run, immediately prior in my head, I've thought the words first try. So I think it's my fault, really.
I've been very genuinely impressed by your ability to back up things that go wrong, though.
That's one of the things that I really enjoy about playing this game. The backups in this game are like, they only lose at most like a second, so I've just been like accustomed to like identifying a lot of scenarios in this game that I can like identify and manage to as well, so it's pretty cool.
Luigi very nonchalantly seconds away from drowning right there, but
Yeah.
I'm sure he doesn't mind.
That's one of the differences that we have compared to Mario and Luigi. Luigi does lose breath every time you spin underwater, but Mario, he doesn't. So, and for those of you that
This
are still
actually might be
saying,
the
oh my
biggest
god, that's actually
difference.
such a good reason to play as Mario. Well, Mario also swims incredibly slow, so do what you want with that information.
That's such a bizarre difference to have.
I know.
Is their air meter?
It's like, why do you have to like? I mean, I guess it's a way to like nerf Luigi because you can already see like how busted he is just like with how high he jumps. So the developers were like, hey, let's just give him a disadvantage. Like, we should just make him.
I mean, you have to unlock him in the first place. You unlock him by what? Beating the game? Or
You
is it
have to
collecting
100% the game.
stars?
So there are 120 stars you have
Oh,
to
Jesus.
get. So after you get 120 stars with Mario, you can basically unlock and play as Luigi from a new file. And then there you can 100% the game again, and then unlock 2 more stars at the end, which is pretty cool. Also, we're going to be doing a skip here. Just the basic 2B jump to get up there. So this is one of the levels, I think, Salad, that mentioned that also could potentially have 1-up or uncollectible 1-up, but that's
I
fine.
think this is another one of those things. That one up at the top of the tree, I think, is also in different stars. It's technically 2 different 1-ups in the game files.
Yeah.
Like they might be like a pixel apart or something like that. But again, it's the same 1-up. What? Like, come on.
Yep. Like, okay, man, we get it. You guys, game devs are like unique. But at the end of the day,
No.
we already collected the 1-up. It's in the same spot. No debates.
Yeah.
Gold Leaf 2, we have to collect the 1-up here as well. This is kind of like how you collect the Secret Star, but it's pretty cool. And then there we go.
Oh, we didn't even really mention that that's the one time in the run where instead of doing the Hungry Luma Star last and then exiting out, we just jumped down from Garden to Engine there.
Yeah, because I think
know
Salad
if you said
explained
anything.
earlier in the run, but you can't collect the 1-up in Snowcap, so that's just one of the levels that we can just skip, which is pretty convenient.
Yeah. Gold Leaf 3, very, very quick star. Lincoln, you miss it?
Too bad.
Time.
You should just tell me to miss more skips next time, Salad, then I'll actually play well. Reverse psychology.
Yeah. I have to stop believing in you, I guess. I don't know.
Exactly. Just be a hater.
We're doing...
Haters are your biggest motivators, you know. Okay, Gold Leaf
Well,
C
this-
is a pretty
did we
cool
do this
level.
here?
Salad, you want to explain the shortcut?
Well, first, you're not going to get it first try, if that's what we're going for.
All right.
You do a triple jump here up on that little tree you can see. Oh no, we're doing something else entirely. I forgot how we do this star. Sorry, I was thinking 80%. Because the 1-up's just right up over here. So instead of going all the way around like you can see, we just start climbing up that hill, do a little backflip, get that 1-up a lot easier. In the 80% run of that, again, you do a very tough trick to do like a triple jump up a tree. Actually, is it way easier with 2P?
It's a lot easier with 2P.
I'm thinking about it. Yeah, back in my day, you know, we didn't have all that. I mean, we did, just
Yep.
nobody.
Also,
Wasn't
here's
enough of I don't wanna say the
a
word
pretty
sicko,
big
but-
trick that we're going to be doing with swimming. This is called surface swimming. So, after I hold down, if you do it correctly, Luigi will start swimming on the surface and start gaining a lot of speed. So, whenever we're in levels like Seaslide, for example, where there's a lot of flat water surface, we're just going to be like swimming in this direction. Alright, first 1-up, I'm gonna hope
that's
that
skip,
works.
really?
That works.
Yeah, that definitely was gonna work.
So,
Can
well,
we get some something in chat? Something in memorial.
but that was intentional. We have to death warp to the beginning anyway, so we're here. After I get over here, I'm actually going to spin this, and we're gonna take that later to that planet, which will have 2 1-ups. But before we do that, we're actually gonna go a little bit like take a detour. So normally you can do this level, you do this level in reverse just because it's a lot more convenient. And then you hit this guy to spawn on 1-up. And then
And, you know, this was my journey routing this, is that eel has a 1-up in it, and then there's an eel on the other side that just has star bits. You know, you have to learn these things, and that's why it takes you like 2 months to route this category. Because you're killing it all like 20 eels in the whole game just to make sure. It's like 3 of them have 1-ups, I think, so
yep.
it was worth it. And this is a very murderous start
Oh.
because
That's perfect
see here.
RNG. He was like in the perfect position, so I could just like hit him and not lose too much time to like collecting these notes. I've never gotten that RNG before, so thanks G. So this is like GDQ luck, prime GDQ luck there. So yeah, that was really good.
I've been watching your splits as we go along, and that was a very nice gold.
Yeah, for sure. I thought that goal was pretty good too. All right, we're gonna be doing this level again. We're gonna be doing Seesaw Comet and getting the 1-up from the bottom. So again, this is like a Cosmic Luigi race, but the 1-up is going to be near the end of the level, or midway through. I forget, but it's pretty much out in the open. So we'll be doing another surface swim to get over there. So
yeah, just for a little bit more of a technical explanation of that, basically Luigi just does that. Full of 3s, so I don't have to say that again.
if you want a more technical explanation, I believe it's caused because whenever you're the game never expects you to like have a perfect angle coming up to the surface, because normally you have to jump, but there's some angles that the game hasn't accounted for where it'll just like have you on the surface and you can just swim directly. And one of the benefits of that is you don't lose air, but at the same time it's also you can swim a lot faster. Here's one of my favorite levels.
Yeah, or it's the thing that I said.
Here's one of my favorite levels to do execution wise. Toy Time 1. I think it's pretty cool. The first one is gonna be here. We just do that. And we can actually skip out and go around there by doing that tube jump. And then spin. The second one is going to be in the top right corner, so we're also going to be doing some more tubey jumps. There's a cool strat that I just learned how to do literally 2 hours ago, so I'm hoping I can get it, but maybe. Okay.
Can we check out the train also for the fans? Can we lose a bit of time to look at the train?
Where's the train? I forgot.
Oh, it's right under there. It's fine. There's a little train hidden under there.
And then
I don't know why.
Alright. Normally you're supposed to do 2B jumps, but I kind of forgot to do them, so that's kind of my bad. So those are 2. We're going to be going up to the Mecha Bowser fight, so I don't know if you consider this boss to be Bowser, but like, people say, but they say that this is like similar to Bowser. I don't see it, but
yeah, everybody in Twitch chat can have a fight about this, because I was pitching people on another category extension, all bosses, and there was a rather large debate about whether or not this counts as a boss. I think we ended up going for no, but you can do a fun little skip there. Can we get a compilation of every time I've spoken too soon? Because it's becoming a real problem.
All right.
Luckily,
well,
the only thing
you can actually do. So that was the skip. You just wall jump off the arms over there. Okay, there we go.
Okay, there it is.
I was not supposed to do a 2B jump there, but just wanted to save that, which is nice. Okay, Toy Time 2. This is also very movement intensive, so it's pretty much similar to like the 80% route, but the planet the one-up's on is the last one, so that's pretty much what I've got to say. So
yeah, definitely one of those cars where it's pretty much just the same, and then you go at the very end, you do something different, just because there's a one-up on the little 2D section at the end.
So here you can actually do a really cool shortcut. You can do a triple jump here, and then 2B jump to get all the way here to this end, and then do another jump. We can do a crystal. We can do a spin cancel there to break the crystal, and then here I'm just going to do a 2B jump there and get into the star like that. But yeah, if anyone has anything to say, this is just like pretty straightforward from here on out. So, Amber, if you want to announce anything, this would be like the perfect time.
Yeah, I can definitely cover a couple of announcements. First and foremost, while we're in Toy Time, I should probably talk about our Hotfix summer merch collection. It's live, so if you are a Hotfix fan, you should head over to theyeti.com/GDQ. You can check out our brand new Hotfix shirt, keychain, and sticker pack. I saw the stickers and the keychain in person at SGDQ. They are very nice. But we also have our Velocity plushes, including our Pride Velocity plushes, the Trans Pride and the regular Rainbow Pride Velocities. So if you like toys, a Velocity plush is a great addition to your collection. And also, while we're still here, if you are curious on what's coming up on Hotfix, you can check out this week's schedule and explore our full season lineup of shows at gdq.gg/Hotfix. It's where you can also submit runs to our variety of shows, and we're actually going to be picking up a couple of new shows because GDQ is hiring right now. We're looking for 2 new showrunners for the fall 2025 Hotfix season. If you have experience planning and hosting speedrun shows or events, we'd love to hear from you. Visit gamesdonquick.com/jobs us for more information. Applications do close on July 20th, so you only have 3 days to get your pitch together if you haven't already been working on it. So do make sure you get your pitches in if you want a shot at becoming a GDQ showrunner and joining the crew.
Damn. So that movement there was kind of a little tight, but you're supposed to basically just do a lot of like canceling over there. So you're doing jumping. So basically how movement on the ice works is after you long jump, you essentially just do a spin or just jump so that you preserve a lot of momentum. And that's pretty much the movement that we do like whenever we encounter ice physics. So unfortunate that happened, but yeah.
I will say the whole first half of the stage is supposed to be trim, but we pretty much skip all of it. Not pretty much, we do just skip all of it. Just using 2P jumps to jump higher than the game assumes we can.
Also, the second one I'm just gonna be in here. This is one of those secret areas where you just have to like do a lot of like. Ooh, I think I overshot that. Yeah, you just basically have to like collect these like notes and you're fine.
Yeah, because again, even casually, like whoever does those sections, I know I never did, but it's fun where you get to have a little mini game break in the middle of the run. It is funny looking back on the document of the list of 1-ups here. You'll see this 1-up up here. It's above the boss's head here. The Undergrunt Gunner is his legal Christian name. There's so many sections where I've wrote, oh, you need the spring mushroom, but then somebody else has edited after it. Also, you can just use 2P because I wasn't super familiar.
There are a lot. Ideally, the casual way you're supposed to get that 1-up is just what's called. You're supposed to basically take the spring mushroom on the back, which is basically like the intended way of killing this guy, but unfortunately, you kind of do have to get the spring for that one specifically. Otherwise, you won't be able to get the 1-up casually with 1P. But with 2P, you can just do like another 2P jump, which is what we did earlier in Matter Splatter for the last like 3 1-ups. Because normally you're supposed to collect those with what's it called? You're normally supposed to collect those with I believe the spring mushroom as well, but we can do it there. Bone fin.
You might not have noticed, we did just do Toy Time P. It really wasn't that big of a deal, but it did happen.
We just have a 1-up like at the end of the the top corner of the level, so we just gotta get it. Okay, bone fin can be a little difficult because I might have forgotten where to like shoot the chest, so I'm hoping I get this first try, but other than that, I think we should be...
Yeah, I'll help you out. It says in the doc it's directly in front of you. Does that count as coaching?
Yeah, thanks Salad for saving this run. So you just take the...
People just keep going straight.
Yeah, and then I think it's here. Yep, that's good. I love water swimming. Okay, dude, I get it, man. Just jump in the water.
Luigi, please.
Thankfully, you don't have to spin there, so you don't have to like lose any like health, which is nice. Here we have 2 more starters left. We have Bowser Jr. 3, and then we have Sand Spiral. And after Sand Spiral, I will be taking a 10-minute break. So we are like at the halfway point of this run, which yay, because this run has actually been like pretty fun to like do or execute right now. So.
This has been a very sick run. Actually, it looks like you might be on PB pace. Are you currently about 2 minutes ahead of PB, or am I reading your splits
These
wrong?
are my average splits, so I did rearrange my splits, but I should be ahead of a PB, or world record in this case. So,
because we could always just not take the break if you're on PB pace.
Actually, if that's
it'd
okay,
be kinda
then
sick.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just continue going because this is pretty easily like world record pace right now. So
yeah, if you're on world record pace, that is a-okay.
All right, perfect. Thanks, Amber.
Anyway, we're setting up some big expectations.
Yeah, the last time I showed off this run was for Game Masters, like Kiara's show. So I actually got record in that too. So I'm already on record pace again. So hopefully I don't jinx it. But yeah, this has been like good so far. So yeah.
This has been very good.
Thank you, thank you. All right, Sand Spiral, the
Yeah,
last
of
level
course.
in Engine Room, and officially we have crossed the halfway mark of the run. So you can see the one up there is just at the end. We just gotta be careful. We take the boo mushroom here so that we're able to like go for the area here, and then we bounce off
Yeah, it's just a
them,
little bit faster than the bee.
and there we go. All right, Fountain. We have Balrog 1 coming up, so this level is actually very like interesting. It's also difficult because we do have a skip here. This is probably like a skip that's been optimized and like doable for like the past 2 years. We're actually going to be going out of bounds, so to skip an auto scroller in this level, and yeah, we're gonna be doing that, and I think it's pretty cool. So normally you're supposed to like take a saucer to the end of the level, but we can actually do some out of bounds shenanigans. So I hope to get it first try because it's really cool to see. So yeah, let's see from here.
We're also skipping all these blue chips at the start. Just it's no big deal compared to
Yeah,
what's
shout out
about
to the
happen.
Chippy Jump. Anyways, a little bit of quiet time if I can. All right. No way I just got that first try. I don't even get that first try on my runs.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, so basically, we basically just get over here, and then we can actually, like, long jump out of bounds. So the thing that's interesting is that since you're not supposed to get here, and I think it's also in the saucer section, the game inverts your controls anytime you're on the red part of this level. So I'm basically holding left until Luigi, like, starts moving forward, and then I do my long jumps. And then I do some ground pounds here, but that's pretty much it. But yeah, I'm very happy that I got first try there. That almost never
Yeah, that
happens
was
in
very
runs, so
sick.
the fact it happened in
Yeah,
Marathon is crazy.
I'm a little shocked, I'll be honest.
And then the one-up is
because
just
I
at
thought in
the
my head
end,
he's probably not
so
gonna get it.
yeah, it's pretty convenient.
Also, Chad is asking, do you collect the mail toad letter 1-ups at any point in this run? Is that counted in the 166?
It's not a unique
Yeah.
one-up. So the unique one-ups are basically
Okay.
like objects. So the mail toad one-ups are just like
Yeah, I was thinking about mentioning that. I guess you could say there's 3 other ways to get one-ups we don't mention, which is from letters, from getting 50 star bits, which we do in the run, I think more than once. And then the third way is in, and correct me if I'm wrong, in Space Junk Secret, bouncing on the Goombas. If you chain enough in a row, don't you start getting one-ups?
yes.
Yeah, unless I'm making that up.
No, you're
Maybe
not
that's
making
a
that up.
Galaxy
That does happen.
Okay.
So yeah, for this part, we are going to be just doing this part casually. I'm going to be doing a small time save here at the end. So what happens is normally you have to wait like 1.5 seconds for the launch star to like appear, but I'm actually going to cut that out by going to first person, 1/1002, count 1.5 seconds, which is basically 1/1002, and then spin, and then I should be able to like shake the star without having to go above it.
Yeah. The overlap between bartenders and Super Mario Galaxy speedrunners, bigger than you might think here, guys. I don't know if anybody else is a bartender and will appreciate that joke either. But it's fine.
Okay, that was not supposed to happen, but yeah. So that section,
We're doing all
we
right.
collect 2 1-ups, and then we have 1 1-up here at the end to collect. So, yeah, let's just long jump here. So here's also another skip that I'm gonna do, is I'm actually gonna skip having to go and hit the other cannon. So you have to hit this twice, but I'm actually gonna hit this in 1 shot. And
Yeah, if anybody's played Kaizo Mario Galaxy, I'm sure you're familiar with having to do this.
so basically what happens is if you actually have the Luma crystal go back, you're able to hit it twice. So if you hit it like dead in the center, you're able to hit it twice instead of once, which is like an interesting mechanic. So I think it's pretty cool. All right, let's just hope I don't forget where the 1-up is. Okay, there it is.
Yeah, I think this one's also on the list of one-ups where, like,
Oh, dude.
90
That's fine. We
I felt
land
that
on
was
the planet
all-
anyway,
that's so
so it's
weird.
like not a big deal. But
It'll just start us there, I'm assuming.
yeah, we just start
Okay.
here. But I thought I underestimated like how big
The
that
blast
barrier
radius
is.
there.
All right, I'm gonna wait.
We can count that as being for content. It's fine.
Yeah, for sure. All right, and then Battle Rock 3. Very nice level too. Let's see. Battle Rock 3 is also pretty interesting movement wise, so I think it's pretty cool.
This is another capitalism star. We have to collect 30 star bits along our way.
Yup.
It's never really an issue in any part of the run, collecting the star bits. I don't think so. I mean, maybe almost in this level, but still not really.
Ooh, okay. I meant to shoot a star bit at him, but oh no, dude. Okay.
That was intentional damage.
That was intentional. It's all part of the process. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing a jump there and then here. For this part, I'm actually going to be going to the right. And then here. I'm actually going to be skipping having to go there by just doing some 2B jumps. And then I'm going to land here. So basically, you can normally like do that shortcut to just like get into the gravity, which I think is really nice. So yeah. Battle Rock 3, we can just do a grounded 2B jump in there. I should probably explain a little bit about grounded 2B jumps here, now that I have a good time to mention it, but
Yeah, they're actually intended in comparison to the mid-air ones, I believe.
yeah, so grounded 2B jumps allow you to gain like the same amount of height as a backflip, and even in some cases just like make a lot of the movement a lot more good. Also, thankfully, I got the 30 bits because we have to feed a Hungry Luma, and yeah, it was good. I've been really
Those top men are just not working with you today. They keep on.
Oh yeah, 100%. All right. Well, thankfully, I have gotten some of this down, so that's nice. But yeah. All right. Now we have the Bowser level. So Bowser 1. Here there's actually a really cool death warp you can do here at the beginning, but we actually don't do that in this run. We actually go around the spiral. But if you backflip in this area, you spawn like at the top right corner, but since we don't have the luxury to do that, because we have to get this one up anyway, we just have to like go for the spiral regularly. I can't speak, but yeah.
Yeah, it is interesting
Look,
that we never
English
actually
is
get
hard.
to meet. Yeah. We never actually get to meet Bowser in this run, so you have to imagine he's just sitting, you know, in his boss fight arena being like, what in the world is this guy doing? Just
Oh yeah, there's a skit that I've seen online where it's like doing all the side quests in an RPG before actually doing the main quest, and there's like the boss of the dungeon, or like going every possible path in a level before getting to the end of it.
Yep.
And there's just like the dragon in the center of the hallway trying to do his like intro speech, and then just watching like the protagonist just go back and forth between a bunch of different rooms. It's like, I'm right here. You're supposed to fight me now. It's like, no, hold on. So I go over there.
I still have like 70 more 1-ups. Just give me a second. Not that we ever fight Bowser.
All right. We just have to wait a bit.
Yeah.
So the 1-up is like right there in the
car-
distance, so we don't have to collect any of these purple coins, but you can if you want to. I think they're really cool, but yeah, it's just another like auto scroller part in the level where you can actually just like if you have any other announcements, Amber, that would be.
Oh, I got you. Do not
Thank
worry,
you.
I've got you. I want to talk about a couple of our other communities, Black in a Flash and Frame Fatales. Black in a Flash is a community that uplifts and connects black speedrunners of all levels, hosting special events throughout the year to raise money for charity and celebrate black voices in the speedrunning scene. If you want to learn more or apply to get involved, you can do that at gdq.gg/BAF and follow at blackinaflash.bsky.social on Blue Sky for the latest updates. And also Frame Fatales, GDQ's all-women and femme speedrunning community, is preparing for its next event, Flame Fatales, running from September 7th through the 14th. The schedule is now live at gamesdonequick.com/schedule/58. And if you type !FF in the chat for more information, you can find out how to join the Discord and stay up to date with all things Frame Fatales.
Yo, shout out to Frame Fatales. I have a friend that's running in that event. If you guys know who Ad129 is, they're running in the event, so shout to Ad, I guess. One of my favorite speedrunners
I had
to watch.
Ad on my show in June, I want to say, for my Link to the Past show with Glan and Ad showing off their project where if they play the French horn, Link will move in the game.
Shoutouts to the intern at GDQ who just comes up with puns for the names of events.
Oh, God.
Alright,
yeah.
we're back to Rolling Green, so this is ideally the first level. We're gonna do a small shortcut here. If I jump off this rail, I can land on that rail and skip having to like go through there the casual way, saving like 3 seconds. So here is the 1-up, I believe. Yes. I'm gonna intentionally slow myself down so that I don't get anywhere crazy. But yeah, that's Rolling Green. Hurry Scurry is also up here. Hurry Scurry 1-up is pretty much like out in the open, so it's not a big deal. You can just long jump and you're good to go. So
yeah, it's the consequence of us doing all of the hard stars at the start of the run is that this last little ending part here can kind of just be some of the stars that, you know, they're not trying to exactly challenge you in the first 2 worlds here, so the 1-ups are pretty out in the open. There is still a few. We haven't gotten to my favorite 1-up yet. We're still not there.
Yeah, we're gonna be getting there soon.
Did I tell you what my favorite one is? I don't think I said it to you yet.
I don't think so, Salad. Feel free to reveal it later on, but we have Sling Pod here, and
It'll be a little surprise.
this can be a little annoying, so I'm actually gonna take this a little bit safe. Alright, so far so good. I'm actually going to be doing a skip here to go on the bottom, and if you do that correctly, you're able to like just go over that thanks to the pull stars. And then I'm just going to collect that 1-up, and that's Link Pod. Which is pretty cool. We're going to be going to Terrace. Now, we're going to be doing some pretty cool levels. Honey Hive 3 has a lot of 1-ups that ideally no one are able to know about. So we actually have to get these 1-ups like in a very unique way. So we're going to see them. We're also going to be seeing a really cool shortcut at the beginning. So by just long jumping over here, I'm going to do a skip here to get to this part of the level early. So if I do a slide here, I should just be able to... Oh, I did not get it. Alright, I'm going to try the other method. I didn't realize that wouldn't work just because of the fact that, what's it called? So ideally speaking, you're supposed to get to this section. So we're going to be doing a shortcut to get there at the bottom, which will be nice. So we just slide off here, hold up, and then spin, and we're going here. So that's pretty much the skip. And then we do a 2P jump to get out of here, and we exit out. Pretty much.
It is funny that the category about collecting extra lives has more intentional deaths than any other speedrun of the game.
Oh, 100%. It's like, you're collecting all these 1-ups for what? You just want to see them get lost all.
Actually,
I mean,
it's really
we're collecting them to
beautiful.
light them on fire.
Sort of like this Hemingway-esque tragedy. You know, you collect it just to lose it. Really beautiful when you think about it. And guys, we're here. This is my favorite 1-up in the whole run.
So apparently the game devs were like, you know what? We should just put a 1-up on the back of Queen Bee's back. So
I genuinely think
so I
like
didn't know
sub 5
until
people.
the doc was written that this one-up actually existed. So thanks, Salad, for making me
I
realize
don't think
what a
I did
scam my
either.
childhood was by not finding this one-up.
I think somebody told me about this one. I don't think I even knew that. And I imagine like sub 5 people in the Twitch chat knew about that one up.
It's a pretty cool one-up. Alright, here we're going to be just grabbing the one-up here at the end. If you do any percent speedruns, you can actually skip having to use the B by doing some crazy 2B jumps, but we already have the B, so it's not a big deal. Alright, and we're going...
You can get it with skipping the cutscene, but I'm pretty sure it's like not faster.
It's not
at
faster,
all.
so it's just a lot faster to just get in here.
It's like a 2-second cutscene.
That's
That's also what's good is in any percent, normally you're waiting till there's cutscenes, but we get to like instantly skip everything.
yeah, that's true.
Which is also why running on 3D All Stars is all helpful.
Alright.
Somebody just added a suggestion to the Google Doc during the run.
Oh, that was me.
It's a little-
Okay, I don't know if you guys know this, but I just have a really bad habit of splitting, so I always forget to like have my mouse whenever like I'm editing or clicking my splits. So what's it called? I accidentally just made an edit by adding like I think it was like add space or something. So that was just my bad. I meant to split there. So
Yeah, I was gonna say like, man, it's a little
speedrunner
late to be trying
struggles. Speedrunner struggles.
I've definitely seen my partner be splitting using like, you know, global hotkeys and everything, but have a Discord text like window selected and just like put a million zeros in there while he's splitting.
All right, that's some cool movements. You can just actually just do like grounded 2B jumps off the bell, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I like it a lot.
Now, I'm scared to mention this because I don't want to stress you out at all. But for the people in the Twitch chat, the current world record is basically the same as that average timing for Bowser 3 you see at the bottom. It's 1:55.46, and we are a good 2 minutes ahead of that.
Yeah.
So everybody just believe and calm down. Triple jump to skip
so,
the line, by the way.
The chat won't be able to see the splits, but we can, and this is spicy
awkward.
right now.
So yeah, let's hope
Yes,
the rest
we're-
of the
I mean, they
run
can
goes
also
well.
check the SRC page.
No deaths, just pretty clean gameplay.
Yeah, so we're about 2 and a bit minutes ahead of world record right now.
That and honestly, with the deaths this run, I think we could have done a lot better. But I'm very shocked with the execution of this run. It should have been like pretty
I
well.
forgot
Oh,
how
yeah.
many death was.
That was not supposed to happen. That was not supposed to be a death.
I thought that
I-
was intentional for a second.
I just missed my input. Long jumping with these Joy-Cons can be a little annoying. But yeah, we can just do 2B
I
jumps
believe
to
it.
actually just like skip having to like take the gravity there and just walk all the way here. And then get that one up. It's surprising that didn't cost me too much, so I could have saved like 7 or 8
Yeah.
seconds there. Good Egg 2 is also a really cool level, but we're not going to be doing the skip here, unfortunately. So that kind of sucks.
Yeah. Also, another star I would definitely recommend checking out the task for.
Yeah, for sure.
is You get to see what I can only describe as like the DuckTales moon theme skip.
You might be
And
wondering
that
like
joke only
why
works if you
I...
see it.
This is like one of those levels where you're like wondering why did I wait to like enter the level. Like, so basically we're going to be collecting 100 star bits and feeding like a hungry Luma near the end of the level. And allowing me to like wait for the like fly in is just like a few seconds faster than like waiting for the star bits like appear at the beginning. So that's pretty much like my reasoning for doing that. But yeah, with 2P, we're able to like collect these coins at a really fast rate. So since I did that correctly, I just have like 100 like bits as soon as I enter this place. So I just have to walk up and get the Hungry Luma. Ooh, that was also pretty nice. I accidentally shot it a bit when I didn't mean to, but I should still have enough probably. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I got scared, I'll be honest.
No, I mean, if I just missed the shot, I just had to like go back and get another one. But I mean, it's pretty cool.
I mean, I've done that before myself.
But
It's
yeah,
not exactly.
in any percent, you can actually like do a trick called Crystal Float, which allows Luigi to like basically like moon jump. So you're able to like skip that section, but unfortunately was not able to do this here because this is an all one-ups run. But as Solid said, just check out the task. Like you'll be very impressed. But yeah.
Yeah, you know, the amuse bouche gives and the amuse bouche takes away. We get to do some fun stuff, but we miss out on a couple of bangers, I would say.
So the second one up here is at the end.
Michael.
Did not mean to go for that. But yeah, that's good egg too. We are going to be going to Honey Hive 1. This is also another nice level that we have. Pretty chill. So we're going to be doing the same shortcut that we did in Honey Hive 3 to execute that a lot better. So...
Yeah, again, a lot of this back half is just sort of, you know, not exactly the most difficult tricks in the world. But there's still a couple of fun stuff in here.
So there's a 1-up behind this area, and if you didn't see it there, I don't blame you. Nintendo does not like people finding stuff out in the blue. And then, ooh, that was fine. And then we just slide here, and then go in here.
Nintendo doesn't like people finding stuff in the blue. Somebody here hasn't played Mario Odyssey.
Oh, 100%. It was only like 10 years later they realized, hey, we should make a 3D Mario game where we explore like the areas of other worlds or areas or places. Speaking of which,
Yeah, I think that is what's the best part about this run is you get to, you know, the game can get very, very linear. Like people call it open world. I can't be agreeable to that. But this category lets you just, you know, you get to freestyle way more than you do in any percent, which is also good if you're bored of the monotony of those categories.
so I'm actually gonna just click no to spawn directly into this boss, and I mean into this race game. So basically, like what happens is in the first like playthrough you have to say yes, but once you like complete the file, you don't have to like say yes. So you just like save like 30 seconds instantly. But I mean, that's pretty much loop.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'd really recommend this category to anybody who's allergic to cutscenes.
It's very fast paced and honestly not that bad. Here's a really cool skip in Bowser Jr. 1. This is really cool, by the way. So I actually found this strat. So Sally, do you want to explain what I'm going to be doing here?
So, basically, normally you'd have to lure over a bullet bill. Well, first, we do lure a bullet bill into here. Normally, lure in a bullet bill to that launch star. You go to the planet, you start the boss, you do all that. What we can do instead is save a little bit of time by... This is something that you do... taking a second to try to get there. Normally, what you do in any percent or 120, whatever, when you're fighting this boss... You skip the launch star, go straight to this planet. But what we do is we bring a bullet bill friend with us. And give us a sec. Yeah, the gravity...
Bullet bill was traveling years to get here.
Yeah. The gravity isn't like 100% right for the boss right now since it's not activated. So we have to... Sorry, I was getting confused with a different thing. I thought that was the thing with the cage.
No worries.
But the thing is the gravity isn't 100% activated there, so you kind of have to like... finagle your way up there in comparison to normally where there's like a path for you. It's not loaded in yet because you're normally never supposed to be able to like climb on the boss without it being in boss mode.
Yeah, for sure. So here's Sweet. We'll just be getting another 1-up in the near the back half of the level. So
yeah, they can't all be winners, and this is
just gonna be pretty safe with this. And then we're gonna have one more level to actually do, like out here, and then finally we got like our last dome, and we should be okay. Thankfully, that didn't happen. So
Oh my god!
I'll just wait. Yep, and that's pretty much that. We're gonna be entering Gateway, so this is the first level, ideally like done in the speedrun, or like any percent, or the game, but yeah, we're just gonna be getting to there, so it's gonna be over there. But before we do, we're actually gonna fly underneath to get this observatory 1-up, and Salad Bowl. I think I probably collected all the observatory 1-ups now, so
Yeah, did you get the one underneath the kitchen?
yes, I'm going to get that soon. I did kitchen last, so
Okay.
Huh.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, this
So
is
that'll be the last one.
the first level in the game. This is often a reset point, but I'm pretty good at this level, so I'm not gonna have to worry too much, thankfully.
The game language is in Korean, chat, by the way, because of faster text boxes. Yeah. There are cases where we do have to talk to Lumas to be able to buy 1-ups off of them, or any other instance where we have to interact with another character, like Star Mips here, that's secretly a Luma. Yep. But yeah, anytime that we would have text boxes, Korean is just the fastest language.
I also wanted to explain a little bit about the text boxes, Amber, but basically, unlike your traditional Mario games where you just press A and B to go through text, this is one of those games where you actually have to scroll through text. So most of the way you speed up text in this game is just by holding down A and letting go and repressing it to close the text box. So that's pretty much like the technique that I use. And because text scrolls super fast in Korean, that's primarily the reason why we play in Korean at the moment. So
yeah, it's funny, in a lot of old games older than Mario Galaxy, you'll notice that like usually Japanese is the fastest language, but a lot more modern games from like here onwards, like, you know, there's Italian, there's German, there's a number of Zelda games that are faster in German, which is really funny. But yeah, like language differences usually involve just it being faster for some reason or another.
Yeah. That's why I actually have been learning Korean, because I've been trying to speedrun conversation amongst friends.
IRL speedrunning kind of crazy, especially speaking languages. We're gonna be skipping that Luma, by the way, by just long jumping and hitting these crystals. But yeah, you can see the 1-up in the distance there. That's pretty much like what I'm gonna do, and then
I would like to I'd like to formally apologize to the producer for referring to the splits enough times where they put it up on the stream.
Yep.
Oh no, we were both talking about the splits, and it's a little exciting to watch a run on pace with the splits properly there, so huge shout-outs to Richard for putting them on screen after a small struggle of trying to get them cropped properly.
Thank you so much, Richard.
Bless his heart.
This is not even like a regular layout I use. This is my like 3DS layout, because I do have a 3DS capture card, so I'm happy it fits on the layout like perfectly. So thank you again, Richard.
Yeah.
Let's give some props to Richard again for being such a great like tech producer for GDQ, because he's produced like a lot of my runs before. So thank you, Richard, again. Let's give some praise to Richard in chat if you can.
Been working with him almost 6 years now, wouldn't trade him for the world.
Yeah, and there's sort of an auto-scroller here almost, just because you can only fall downwards so fast.
You get the 1-up there, and then you just keep going downwards, and there's a second 1-up, and that's it. And then we get to the last dome in the run, kitchen, so we're going to be seeing a lot of stuff here as well.
Yeah, we're sort of approaching the end of the run here. It's been all smooth sailing. I think
this has been.
I'm not going to say anything.
The beginning of the run was like a little rocky, but like what marathon run doesn't have a rocky beginning? But the more I've been playing,
it's either nerves
when I got to,
no.
Yeah, late game has been pretty insane. Like I've had some deaths here and there, but like for the most part, I was able to show off a lot of the cool tricks, which I'm very happy about.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you even still, like, you messed up chip skip the one time, but I'm pretty sure that still saved time over not doing it at all by, like, a good amount.
But yeah, here's a skip here. I'm going to be skipping having to go inside this mansion by just getting up here and then doing a long jump and the wall jumping up here to skip having to go inside the mansion. And then here I'm going to be doing a little more shortcuts. This will be nice. I'm also going to be collecting some bits because I need 30 bits at the end of this level as well. So I should have enough there. Nice.
Yep.
My goal is to not shoot out
There it
any of
is.
these bits, but that's not... That should be not... that should not be too difficult. But yeah, you can actually skip having to collect those chips, but it's not faster for me to do it because I have to get that one up, and also you need a specific like set of cycles for this, which are only possible if you watch the cutscene for this. But yeah, so
Okay.
we're not able to skip that section, unfortunately, but in regular 120 Luigi runs, we are able to skip that by just spinning onto a specific part. It looks really cool. So, yeah, make sure to check out 120 runs. Also, yeah, that exists. All right.
Yeah, shoutouts to the bouncy ball.
Yeah, the worst
Sometimes
thing
the
ever.
developers- the developers were like, I don't know, man. We're just seeing what happens.
Okay. And that was good.
Very nice.
We are going to be going on to Bowser Jr. 2. This is the second Bowser Jr. fight. We're going to be collecting some 1-ups. I don't know if any of you know, like, any of these positions, but this is going to be really interesting. So, we're actually going to be starting off by attacking these Octoombas. And then I'm going to do a precise cannon shot. I hope that works.
Ooh,
And then
well, I think it's
and then
this is
here-
my second favorite one.
I'm going to let's hope I don't die
Uh-oh.
here, because that would be really bad. Okay, I'm gonna need this coin. And then I just bounce off these here. Okay. Yeah, that planet
Nice.
becomes really annoying because of the Goombas. But thankfully we can manage. Also here,
Yeah, you've sort of had some bouncy ball problems recently.
you can actually, if you jump, like, letting go of, like, the button there, you're able to, like, jump all the way up. And then here, I'm going to do another insta-shot, and I'm going to collect 30 bits on the top of this area. So I'm going to collect bits there, collect bits from this area, and then finally, just collect bits here. I should have enough. If not, then that's fine. Okay, that's fine.
Perfect.
Bits are a little tight there, so that's why I killed the Octoomba at the beginning. And it's also pretty easy. It makes that movement easier, so it's a win. And then I jump
Yeah,
here.
there was some routing done to see where if it was faster to get all of these starbits that you can collect, like on your way to the boss fight here, and then death warp and go back. And I think it ended up being slower by like 3 seconds or something. And we spent so much time on it.
So Beach Bowl 3 is actually going to be very interesting because I actually found a strat here that saves 5 seconds. So I'll actually explain it in detail when we get here, but yeah, it's going to be really cool. But the last one up here is going to be in the section. I just shoot the thing over there, and that's pretty much Bowser Jr. 2. Okay. Beach Bowl 3.
I didn't even know shells get break cages.
I don't know if you've seen this level, Salad, but this is going to be interesting. You're going to see a very interesting route here. So, Beach Bowl 3...
I actually don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so normally you're supposed to complete Beach Bowl 3 in one sitting, but I actually found it's 5 seconds faster because there's a new strat I found. What's it called? That allows me to do this level in 2. So what I mean by that is I'm actually going to be doing the last 3 1-ups that you need in this level in Beach Bowl Comet. So I'm going to collect the first 3 in this level. And please get up there. And I'm going to exit out. And I'm going to collect the last 3 in Beach Bowl Comet because there are the 3 1-ups you get here are in Beach Bowl Comet as well, so it's actually a lot faster to do it in Beach Bowl Comet. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go and I'm gonna collect these two, and then long jump back. I'm gonna have to wait, don't I? Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait. And then I'm gonna long jump here. I'm gonna wait there. I'm actually gonna do a trick here. Do a 2B jump here to spin and then get over here. I'm gonna wait here just for this Tox Box to go, but ideally that saves 5, and that saved a lot for me there, so W. And that's Beach Bowl free.
That was a big gold.
That was a big gold. It makes that section a lot more easier and faster, but yeah, it makes it a lot more optimized, at least for me, because I don't have to worry about like swimming too much. That strat I do there is just is a strat that was found by Siam. Huge shout out to Siam. You can actually do a 2P jump there to skip having to go through that section, which is pretty convenient, so I think it's very, very nice.
When did you test that was faster? Did you do that recently?
Literally 3 hours ago. So I literally found a 5-second strat, like, on the fly, just like...
Because I was like, well, this is embarrassing that I don't know stuff about my own category. I didn't mean
Oh, these are like, these are very, these are strats that, like, I tested out, like, in my runs, so that's pretty much, where I come up with that strat. Yeah. Okay, Ghostly 1. This is gonna be very movement intensive, so, what I'm gonna do here is I'm actually gonna collect a star to, skip having to use something in the mansion to, what's called, bring myself up. So yeah, I'm gonna get the star. So basically what you have to do is you have to switch a light on here to kill that boo, but thankfully we can just get the star in here and then just attack the boo like that, and we're pretty much good to go. And then here I'm just going to do some precise movement. Thankfully no notches. This is like one of the levels that's actually a lot easier without Joy-Cons, because the fact you have like a lot more free range of movement just allows you to like execute that level a lot better. Okay, yeah. Here I'm going to be getting this key, and that's pretty much we're gonna actually do the mansion casually, and here we're actually going to be doing a 2B jump and then just getting the 1-up, and that's pretty much the level of Ghostly 1.
Yeah, there's a skip there that normally you do in the, like in an 8% speedrun to get the star there that we don't have to do, which I'm sure you're very grateful because it's very, very annoying.
It's probably one of my favorite skips, unfortunately, but you know, what can we do? But we actually have another skip here in Ghostly S. So basically, there's movement that you can do at the end where, for some reason, the collision at the end is actually like all there, but you have to trigger like a section of that auto scroller so that you can skip it. But we can actually just skip that auto scroller with a 2P jump, but we don't do that in this run. We actually collect a key at the top to spawn the 1-up, but because of the fact we did keyless, the collision here is like really jank, so I'm hoping I can get this first try. But yeah, let's hope I do it good. Ooh, just on the nick of time.
Nice.
Something that's really interesting about that 1-up is that because you don't activate the auto scroller, it just goes through the ground. So as long as you're like high and above, because there's this thing in this game where if an object's not on the screen, it doesn't exist. So if the 1-up is not like high enough and you're not able to like trigger it, it's just not going to spawn. So that's just one thing that we got to be careful with. Also, I forgot where the 1-up is. Okay, there it is.
Here we are in what's widely considered the hardest star in the game. All right, and we did it.
Perfect. But yeah, thankfully that 1-up was not a troll for me. But yeah, some weird shenanigans happen if you do that. You have to like be at a specific spot, and sometimes it's random where the bubble spawns, so it's kind of annoying to have to deal with that. All right, Bubble Breeze. This is one of my favorite parts in the game. So we're actually going to collect. This is the bubble, and you hold A. I'm gonna explain bubble controls here. So you hold A to like press through the bubble and like gain speed, and you just do it like that, and just have some trouble and collect these 5-star chips in that order. And then here at the end, you basically have to just like, you can skip having to do this level, or at the end, and Solid, you can explain the circuit real quick. I'm gonna focus for a bit.
Yeah, so basically there's a skip that you do when you're collecting the star in a normal speedrun. You see we can kind of freak out onto the collision there unintentionally, and normally we'd collect the star, but it's going to be faster for us to backtrack through the level a little bit here in order to get this one up.
Yeah, I knew that was a little too early, but
that was a real guttural scream from my soul, if anything.
Yeah, it was kind of unfortunate. Let's try that again. This time, let's actually make sure we know where we're actually paying attention. Okay, I'm gonna...
Let's all have fun, you know?
Yeah. Alright. Wait. Get the one up. Perfect. Hey, we did it!
Yeah. Those bubble controls, you just build up so much momentum so fast. It's a lot of fun, but then you also, go into a spike and die.
Yeah, 100%. Alright, we're almost to the end of the run. We have just 2 more levels and Bowser 3, and that's the last level of the run. So, I just wanted to quickly shout out everyone who allowed me to have this run happen. This is one of the categories I'm very, very passionate about. I just really love running this game, and I want to give a huge shout out to all the people that made running this category even possible, like Salad with the document, getting me into this category. Salad and Ombre SR, actually. The reason why I like this category is because one of my good friends, Ombre SR, used to run this category as a joke because they didn't know what they were doing. So I was just like, ooh, this seems like an interesting category. This seems like a funny category to get good at. And all of a sudden, this category is like, it went through like a lot of optimization. So I'm very happy that Ombre got me into this category, and I want to thank everyone who also runs this who routed this category. So Salad for one, Row for one, and even Zarams and Steakinator. Those guys are really cool people. But yeah, I mean, those are,
yeah. I'll also shout out definitely Row and Billy and Moosh. All did a lot of help with testing stuff and Steak. And then thank you to you, Ghost, for inviting me to commentate on here.
My pleasure. Also give a shout out to Amber for allowing me to do this run. I know it was like very quickly scheduled, but I really enjoy running at GDQ events. But yeah, we're on to the final levels, so I'm going to...
Did you get the kitchen one up?
Yes, I did. Yes, thanks for letting me know, Salad. But yeah, this run is pretty much good. We got all the 1-ups. Don't think I missed any, which is nice. But yeah, so Bowser 1. We're gonna be skipping like a lot of this level. So
and I'll say we've got 7 1-ups left if we want to do a countdown.
Yeah, so we got 6 left now. So
6.
Ideally, we should be like, you do like a lot of 2B jumps here to skip having to like go for this area. And yeah, all right.
I mean, the whole run, the whole 2P revolution, if you want to call it that, just so much movement in this game these days. It can be, I know, a little tough for new runners, but it's just so cool, all of it. And we have 5 left.
Let me make sure I don't die here. Please, I'm begging you to not die. So that's something that's really annoying with 2P is that, or long jumping as Luigi. It's sometimes like you get backflips, so it's kind of annoying. So yeah, we got a few more here.
50 coin.
4
left.
Oh,
we're gonna be doing a side flip 2P jump there, and then we have 3 more left. And if I get this, actually, that would be really cool because I don't know if I have enough health for it, but there's a strat you can do in the cave called Giselle Cave, Normally I don't go for it in runs, but the fact is, you're getting the 1-up anyway, so might as well try the movement, but I'll see how the movement goes. Ooh. I will try it. Don't think there's any harm in going for it. We shall see if I'm in a good spot.
It's 2 left, by the way. The folks tracking at home.
All right, we have 1 more left, and I think this is working.
Oh my goodness, this camera.
Okay. Okay, let me take some of these.
Yeah, that'll top us off. There we
So
go.
this is ideally Giselle Cave. You can do that all in one sitting, but I just had to wait there. But yeah, you just do long jumps here, and just boost in here, and that's essentially it.
I think my favorite part
Oh, by
of
the
the
way,
run is
we
how
are coming
dramatic
up
this
on
final
time,
run is
so
here.
there's one last skip I'll do in this level, but you can actually skip having the what's called the fireball shootout by doing a very precise long jump, pull jump. So if I'm able to get that, that would be really cool. If not, then I'll just have to wait. But if I get it, then get ready on time, please, because that would be pretty nice. Okay. All right. Okay, that's good. Okay, we're getting right on time. And time. Perfect.
GG.
Dang.
152
And the slide off the end.
That was not supposed to happen, but we can try this again. But what I essentially did there was, it's actually a cool thing. You can actually, if you skip having to do that, you actually soft lock the fight if you go back into the cutscene. So that was what I was trying to show off, but I accidentally died. But
That's all right.
yeah, that was.
By the way.
I was really happy with the execution of that, and also that is world record by almost 3 minutes. So
That is
should
a
we get the mail
chunky
toad
world
one up?
record.
yeah, let's get the whale toad 1-up to celebrate.
Just for whoever that chatter was.
All right.
I
Yep.
think it might have actually been Moosh.
And let's accept the 1-up. For some reason, this game gives you 20 1-ups if you're Luigi, but yeah.
Double time.
Perfect. Yeah, that was the run. And one last thing, if we are kind of a bit ahead to schedule, but I just want to quickly show this off real quick. But this is the skip I was talking about that wasn't able to do early on. This is Good Egg 2 skip. Basically what happens is that you're able to land on a crystal and you're able to float by landing on a specific part of the crystal. So I really want to show it off because I think it's really cool. So this should hopefully not take more than a minute, but we shall see.
And are there any other? While you're doing this, tell folks where they can find you real quick.
You can find me on twitch.tv/ghostesr. I stream Galaxy mostly, and doing that, and also that was first try, but that's pretty much a skip.
Yo!
I can't believe I got that first
Yeah.
try and a very fast one, but that's pretty much the skip. But yeah, I also host a esports team, also known as Team Aqua. We also do events similar to GDQ where we raise money for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. We'll be having Aquathon in a couple of months, and I think it's a pretty cool showcase as well. So if you're able to help us submit, we'll be releasing submission forms for Aquathon in a couple of months. But yeah, we have our own esports team. I'm one of the owners of the team. I also wanted to give a shout out to my other owner and friend Slasher as well for also being like a pretty big help and getting me on the team in the first place. But yeah, huge shout outs to Team Aqua for being like an esports team that I care about, and I really enjoy it a lot. And yeah, I mean, great run so far. I really enjoyed the execution. World record on GDQ stage is something that I'm very proud of and happy for. So I'm very well executed with that. So I mean, yeah, that's all I got. Thank you so much again, and I hope you'll have a good rest of your night. But Sally, do you have anything else you want to say before you go?
No. Run all unique 1-up Super Mario Galaxy 1.
100%. All right. I mean, that's all I got. So
Yeah,
Thank you
guys
both
all
so much, and Yeah, huge congrats on that world record. That is really awesome. I'm excited for you. And folks, stick around because we have one more Mario run for you. If you've ever played the Mario Golf Game Boy Color game, we're going to be having a speedrun of that. It's very unique. It's different from the console Mario Golf games, considering it's made by Camelot, and is more in the style of a golf RPG. So if you stick around, we'll have Toronite showing that off in just a few minutes. But also thank you to everyone who supports GDQ Hotfix with your subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits. Your contributions do help keep our shows running. And if you're enjoying the stream, consider subscribing for exclusive emotes, ad-free viewing, and access to chat during replays. And you can also always support the stream by sharing the GDQ channel with your friends. So we'll be right back in just a few minutes with some Mario Golf GBC.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, welcome back to episode 47 of Passion Project. Passion Project, once again, is the best place on Twitch to show the world what you love most in speedrunning and gaming. Joining me right now, following up that amazing Mario Galaxy all-unique one-up world record, is Toronite with the Mario Golf Game Boy Color game. And we're actually going to be showcasing the story mode's 4 main courses. And I won't keep y'all any longer. Go ahead and take it away, Toronite.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Mario Golf for the Game Boy Color. And I think you can pretty much plainly see that I think I'm very well dressed for the part. I'm not even kidding. I'm wearing official apparel from the Masters tournament from Augusta, Georgia. I have my entire golf set of golf clubs with me. I'm wearing a golf club, for goodness sake. This run, I was born for this. So Amber, first of all, thanks so much for letting me be on here. And yep, we are gonna go through the story mode because as Amber said right before break, this has a little bit of an RPG element to it, including create a character. So we're actually gonna start with creating our character. There's actually 4 different characters you can make. So we have 2 male and 2 female characters. We're gonna go with the male, and we're gonna go with this handsome sunglass wearing gentleman because they each have their own individual stats, and I will go over them sort of as we go on and say hi. See, this is Joe. But for purposes of today, I think it's pretty appropriate to name our protagonist. Let's see. Where is D? There we go. John GDQ. I think that's an appropriate name for that. All right. All right. Well, we are ready to get this ball rolling in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So, the story mode of Mario Golf for the Game Boy Color is literally, oh my god, Mario is the greatest golfer human being that has ever existed. He is our hero, and we are just a new golfer just trying to climb up the ranks and become basically the next Mario. And so unfortunately we don't actually get to see Mario aside from this one poster of Mario that they have, like the entirely like gray and blue office. The only thing that's colorful is just this one giant poster of Mario's face, which is just absolutely hilarious. It's a really trust me, you go for the entire like overworld. There's like an overworld with like side quests and everything. Half of the NPCs in this game just talk about how great Mario is, but we don't care about Mario. We care about becoming the best. And so the story mode is essentially winning. Oh wait, no, we're not gonna give up. We're giving up to 1 minute into the run. Oh boy, that's a first. So the story mode basically involves going through the 4 main courses, as the name of the category implies, and going through their tournament mode. So the tournament mode is essentially just play the entirety of the game and you try to win and make sure you have the best score, or at the very least finish like in the podium to ensure that you have at least top 3 in the first few tournaments and ensure that you can advance to the next one. Let's see if I can make this one. And so close. That is a super deceptively difficult putt, but that's fine. The important thing is to make sure I don't get a bogey to start, or really at any point in the run. So for anyone who doesn't know what golf is, so basically every hole in a golf course, they have a par, which is a number, basically kind of like what is the number of shots required to get into the small hole in the green and ensure that you have a good score. So most courses have all courses has 14 holes that are par 4s, meaning you have to try to get the ball in the hole in 4 shots or less, 2 par 3s and 2 par 5s. So the objective is to try to get the lowest score possible. And every tournament has their own sort of like minimum requirement score to advance to the next one, or at least to win the tournament. The first golf course is the Marion course. It's basically like your super beginner easy course. There's really nothing special. In fact, I'm hoping to get a good enough a score to show off a really, really incredible speed tech. I mean, it's telling you it is the greatest speed tech in maybe sports speedrunning history. I'm not even exaggerating here. So this is our first example of a nice little par 5. They are extremely long courses, and we're not able to get to the green in 2 shots on these types of holes, but we will soon enough later in the run with our increase in power. And that's kind of the reason why we chose this character. Canonically, his name is Joe, but obviously for tonight, we're going to call him John GDQ. I think that, as I mentioned, pretty appropriate name for tonight. See if we make it. Beautiful. So Joe has the highest, out of the 4 main characters, Joe has the highest base power stat, which is basically like how hard you can hit the ball and how far the distance will carry it and everything. He starts out with 205 yards, but he will very quickly get to, by the end of the run, I would say we're probably going to get into like the mid to high 220s if the run goes really, really well. May even get to 231 yards, hopefully. So let's see if I can make this. Oh, wow. The green speed on that one was really, really hard. That's fine. But yeah, as you're also kind of noticing, we also have these power shots, which are these, whenever you're about to hit a shot, if you press the B button, you actually can get a little bit of power on your next shot. The drawback is you have to hit it perfectly, otherwise you waste a power shot. And you only have 6 throughout the entirety of an 18-hole course. So you really got to make sure you use those sparingly, and you make sure you actually make them count, because oh boy, if you run out of them really early, some of the later holes are gonna make life miserable for you if you run out of power shots. So thankfully we are actually doing pretty well on power shots. I'm not honestly concerned. We wasted 2. That's kind of been my curse throughout this entire run, or throughout this entire time running this game, is the fact that, yeah, I'm not having, I waste a lot of power shots early in Marion Club, but it's fine. We're good. And also, funny I mentioned, I was so amped up for this run. I was practicing this all week, and funny enough, I got world record less than a week ago practicing this and beat it by like 3 minutes.
Yo.
So, already a bit of a tough sell. You know what the funny thing is? Earlier tonight, I actually thought I actually broke world record again, because I finished the run and then I realized, oh, wait a minute. My live split was comparing to best segments. Oh, that was so close.
Oh.
And I thought, wait a minute, did I accidentally get a world record? No, unfortunately, no. But that is fine. It was still the second best run I've ever had in my entire life.
Oh, yeah.
And by the way, for anyone that is curious about wanting to play this game is actually, I'm playing this on a 3DS because I just like the natural feel for how it is on the 3DS. But if you have the Nintendo Switch and you have Switch Online, I believe all the Game Boy Color games are on Switch Online for Switch 2. You can play this game immediately, and this game is, by the way, is so much fun. The story mode that we are going through is probably going to cover like maybe 20-25% of the entire content in this game. It's nuts how much content they were able to fit in this little Game Boy Color game from 1999.
Yeah, the Camelot Mario sports games are absurd in the amount of content they have, whether it's the GBC ones or the GBA ones. It's actually genuinely incredible what they were able to fit onto this cartridge.
Yeah, no, it's funny. I was just looking up their catalog on the games that they've made, and man, I forgot they're still making games. Like the most recent Mario golf and tennis games were made by Camelot, if I remember correctly.
Definitely the golf one. I want to say also the tennis game, but I can't fully remember. Like, I think they've been like dedicated Mario Tennis folks for a while, alongside like the Golden Sun series, which has been dormant since the third entry on the DS. But there's still folks out there who are holding out hope for like a follow-up or even a remake of Golden Sun.
I'm gonna be honest. I've heard so many great things about Golden Sun. I've never actually played it, and I'm a little bit ashamed at that. I know I've heard so many great things about it. Come on, guys. Oh, there we go. Nice chip in for a birdie. There we go. All right, our score is looking exquisite. We are at 9 under. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, wait a minute. Second place is only a 2 under par. This is kind of a little bit overkill. Trust me. There is a reason why we are telling so many good holes in this course, because for the speed tech that I'm telling you, it is the greatest speed tech of all time. I need to have a high score, a really high score, and like an insurmountable lead. Thankfully, in the Marion course, I only need to be 2 under par to actually win the entire thing. So I could have my cat play the rest of this course and still come out on top. That's how big this lead is. But I want to ensure that I get to do this this little speed tech for Mario Golf. Let's see. We're actually almost done with the first course. Honestly, there's kind of nothing special about the Marion course. It's a nice little beginner level, kind of get your feet wet type of deal with the game and have a nice understanding of the mechanics per se. But every new course that we're going to be playing introduces somewhat of a new element that's going to make that course a lot harder to deal with. It doesn't really start to get exceptionally difficult until the very last course, which is a massive run killer. So I'm hoping to at least finish podium, which is top 3 in that. I'm pretty confident I can make a top 3. Finishing in first place is not going to be easy. Okay, so we are at -12. Yeah, this is a comfortable enough of a lead to do what I am planning to do, and we have to do this on hole 18. That is the only way this will work. I really hope Chad is very excited. I hope every time I make a shot, in golf fashion, I would expect Chad to not just pop off and everything and just yell about how cool I am, how great this game is. I just want clap. I want claps in chat. If you have a emote that is just someone clapping their hands, feel free to shout that out. I want to see all the claps. Ooh, this is a good shot. Oh no. For a moment, I had hope that this maybe could have been like a hole-in-one, but no, unfortunately. That's fine. Is it in? Ah, there we go. Okay, are you ready? This is what I'm trying to go for. Okay, we're gonna let power shot in. Unfortunate. So unfortunate. You know what? This was a disaster. I'm giving up. Yeah, no, this was a disaster. I mean, we still won, but you know, it'd be a real shame if someone clipped that or showed it on instant replay for me to for the whole world to live, to just see every single timeout. You know, I really don't want that. You know, that's the last thing I want to happen, is for people to see that mistake over and over and over again. But yeah, as you kind of just saw right there, we had a little bit of we got some experience points. We leveled up 3 times, and we are going to go with a sort of a more risky, very power-heavy type of character build to try and really get through a lot of these longer holes in the later courses. And right now, so there's 4 stats in this game. There's power. There's how did I miss that? That's incredible.
What?
That's wow. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I missed that on purpose because I want everyone to know what it takes to actually make those types of putts. You know, it was not. I did not do. It wasn't like a skill issue or anything. But yeah, there's 4 stats in this game. There's the power, which I mentioned is how hard you can hit. There's also your, I guess, I don't remember the actual name of the stat, but basically it's a stat that dictates the natural flight path your ball will take. It can go to...
I don't remember the name of the stat either, but it definitely dictates your fade or your...
Yes, your fade or your draw. So basically, a fade in this game will basically mean that the ball will naturally veer more to the left or have like a natural flight path to the left. Draw is to the right. Joe will... By the end of this, Joe is just going to have an exceptional slice. He's just going to be ripping that ball to the right for basically every shot out there that isn't a chip or a putt. But that's fine because we're able to... I would say I'm pretty good in being able to manage that, but it can get pretty difficult. Another... Ooh.
Oh.
That's fine. This is honestly, I'm not really concerned about this because this is like a really easy course. I only need
these are very early on.
I only need minus 300 parts just to be able to get to the end of this. Now, my hope is that I can be, let's see, I'm thinking like maybe 12 under par is probably a good enough of a lead to try that stat again. Oh, is it in? Come on, come on. Oh, no. Oh, it's so close. Oh, my God.
Did you ever play a Golf Story on the Switch when it came out? It was very much inspired by these Camelot like handheld golf games.
Oh yeah, I love Golf Story is such a great game. I never beat it, but I played it and I fell in love with it so much. I love the sprite work and I love the music and just it took me a while to actually get a handle on it because I was so like Mario Golf Game Boy Color pilled that I'm thinking like, oh, this is like very different. But yeah, for anyone who has never played Golf Story and are curious, I highly recommend it. It's a great game. And funny enough, a lot of like the mini games and sort of the style of how they are undertaken, they're actually taken or super inspired by some of like the mini games and side quests in this game in the story mode. Come on, get in. Oh, whoa. Oh, the game was teasing it. Oh my God, that was such. Okay. Sometimes golf just loves to just kind of mess with you, but that is fine. But yeah, overall, this run has been going... Actually, this run has actually been going pretty darn well. Let's see if I can... Actually, that may have been a mistake, because now I'm going to be dealing with... No, you know what? You know what? I accept the challenge. I accept this challenge. I accept this 58-foot putt challenge. Let's see. Ooh, come on, get in, get in. Oh, no, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Ah, that's fine. That's still a birdie. That's still a birdie.
That's been the story of this course, honestly.
Yeah, no, trust me. It's going to still... It's going to keep going that way for the entire other run. Oh, that's a really cool thing about speedrunning this game. It's literally just going, oh, is it gonna win? Ah, so close. But then every once in a while, you get like this beautiful shot like that, you know, saving birdie.
Nice chip in.
I mean, seriously. Do I know how to make a good segue or do I know how to make a good segue?
I think the main thing that this game is missing, it has the like call outs of nice shot and everything, but there's no voice for it.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, nice shot. Nice on.
Yeah, you know what, chat, every time I get a really good shot, just write in chat nice on or nice shot. Yeah, like that. Like
nice on. Birdie putt.
All right, we sort of stabilized things a little bit with that. The front nine, I'm going to be honest, not the greatest, but we kind of ended things on a really high note with those last few holes. So I'm feeling pretty good. One thing, the element that I kind of alluded to earlier, you're kind of noticing a lot more of these palm trees being in the middle of the fairway, therefore making a lot of like shots that normally would be pretty simple, a little bit difficult to manage.
Oh my god, every Mario Golf game I've ever played with my partner who is formerly a professional golfer I was telling you in the call, every time we have these really weirdly designed courses with tons of trees, he's like, who thought this was a good idea? Where's the groundskeeper?
Oh, you know the funny thing is, I love Tiger Woods PGA Tour and the series, especially like the mid 2000s series. People, please, if you ever have a chance to look at the actual like layout of some of these like quote unquote fantasy courses that some of these games like to have, it is humanly impossible to actually play golf on them. It is literally impossible. Like there's one, my favorite one is called the Predator, and you're just literally playing in the Amazon rainforest where everything I don't think there's a single hole in that course where you are playing on where it's like one continuous piece of land. Everything is sort of separated and sometimes even divided into like small, I say small, but in reality, if a ball lands kind of like in between those two pieces of land, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. My chipping game has been on par.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Please laugh. Oh my god! Yeah. Some of those Tiger Woods courses, like the Predator, if the ball like goes out of bounds, it literally falls like 300 feet into the Amazon rainforest, and you will never see that ball again, ever. Come on, get in first eagle of the night. There we go. It took
nice
31 holes to get my first eagle, but you know what? We got there. We got there.
Honestly, some of the tree layouts on these courses remind me of my local disc golf courses. Just absolutely nonsense. This one's okay.
Oh,
for the most part, but some of the ones that have been right in the middle of the fairway, it's like, are you serious?
Oh, actually, yeah, funny you mentioned that. There is one of the final holes of the entire run. If the wind speed is not optimal, I will hit a tree. I will have to hit a tree because it is that trolly that the placement. It is absurd how bad it is. Ooh, come on. Ooh.
Is the wind for each hole randomized?
Yes, unfortunately. And as of late, in my like my practice sessions, they have been getting. Ooh, come on. Ooh, it went
not quite enough on
that.
that.
Green speed went a little bit harder, more than I thought. Do I want? Oh, okay. This is. I don't know if I can do this. I think I might have to play the final hole normally, unless I just go absolute Donkey Kong bananas on these next two holes. Let's see. All right, it's looking good. It's looking good. Unfortunate. That's fine. We still have one more hole to see if I can get to 12 on there. I think technically. Let's see. Come on, get in. Really? I disagree, game. I'm gonna be straight up honest. I completely disagree. But you know what? You're the game. I guess you tell me what to do in this instance. But that's fine. I mean, we've won this. We've won this tournament. It's not even funny how much we have won this tournament. Let's see. There we go. So at least we saved that last power shot for the final, which honestly is not needed. In fact, let's have fun. I'm gonna putt this 19 yards out. Why not? Oh, no way. No way!
Oh my god!
Oh, that was nuts! Oh.
I do that in, like, the 3D Mario Golfs just out of spite because I'm terrible at chip-in shots. And that was a me putt right there.
By the way, even though I hold world record, I did not remember the green speed. So that was pure faith. That was, you know, the golf gods giving me at least something.
Oh my god.
All right, come on, get it. Is it?
Come on.
That's fine. That is...
Broke just a little too much.
Yeah, 11... I actually wouldn't have been able to do the strat. That's fine. So let's see, how many... Oh, I can actually still go all power. And we kind of skipped a little celebration. That's fine. That's fine. Right, so we're now on to course.
We have the celebration in our hearts.
Yeah, don't worry. We will have the celebrations soon enough. All right. This is where the game starts to ramp up in difficulty with Dune Club. Missing that power shot is not ideal because I need every single one. The wind speeds are going to be a lot more trolly. The green speeds are going to be exceptionally bad. Like if you thought they were bad starting in the last course, oh, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Well, that green looks kind of gross. I'm not going to lie.
Unfortunately, it's going to be like that for all 18 holes, baby. And I don't think, yeah, we haven't encountered it too much yet. But one thing we will sort of start to see a little bit is, oh, actually, if you kind of notice, these sort of like little black patches intertwined with the brown rough. That is supposed to be the rough. Yeah, the groundskeepers in this course are doing an absolutely horrible job watering this course. I don't think that would happen on an actual course, on an actual green. I'm just saying. I don't think that. I've been playing golf for 22 years. I don't think it would actually go that way. I think it would give me that way. But that's fine. Do you know what this means? That we're gonna have like another like absurdly not bonkers shot or putt from like we did at the end of the last course. I'm already calling it now. I'm gonna have that. But yeah, I absolutely love this game. It's so fun. This game basically gave me the that was close. I didn't think it was gonna make it in, but I actually got closer than I thought. I thought maybe had a chance if the green speed was a little bit more favorable. This game when I was a little kid, my dad would always grow up in Puerto Rico. That was so close. Growing up in Puerto Rico, he would play a lot of golf. Unfortunate. He would play a lot of golf, and I always wanted. I would basically just go out and try and like get dressed in like my little polo shirt, wearing my diaper, and like as I was 2. And my dad would always say like, no, you can't go. And I was always super sad. And when I was 4 years old, when this game came out in 1999, my mom gave me this game, and it like sparked in non-stop love for this game. And I'm talking like not just Mario Golf. Oh, get in. There we go. Beautiful.
Nice.
And
like you mean the sport of golf.
The sport, yeah. Fun fact about me, I was a multi-time junior national champion golfer in Puerto Rico. And I've won a lot of tournaments. I back home in Puerto Rico, I have like an entire room full of trophies and medals that my little brother and I would win in our respective junior golf careers. And it's still there. It's probably like in the 70s or 80s total awards we've won collectively. And I would just absolutely like I would even like sometimes play this game and always had that like like, oh man, what would happen if I make my own golf course? And I would spend hours. I would spend so many notebooks that my mom would just buy, literally just drawing up golf holes and like my own little fantasy course. And I'm sorry to say, I am one of those that would make like the courses as absurdly difficult as possible, just because I always love like, okay, how can my imagination run wild with this one?
Well, the nice thing about, like, if you ever were to get into game dev and, like, make a virtual golf game like this, you can do whatever you want with the courses.
That is true.
Like, the beauty of Mario Golf is that there are tons of gimmick courses and gimmick modes, like the ring shot and everything, and I think that is so sick.
Yeah, it's so fun just being able to see, like, some of the more creative ways to play this game. Like, yeah, Mario Golf, obviously, it's a golf game, but there's so much creativity and so much imagination put into this. Even if the green speeds do not necessarily want to comply with this run. Thank you, game. But yeah, no, there's so much love and so much effort put into this. There's so much stuff that was crammed into this game. Like I said, we're only going to explore like, oh my god, no! Are you kidding me?
Oh, that would have been such a sick shot.
No.
It was still a sick shot, but it was just such a sick
Are you
hole
kidding
there.
me? Oh my god. Chad, that has to please tell him if that's not a nice on, I really don't know what is. I genuinely don't know what is.
So true.
Oh my goodness. I mean, come on, game. Like, I got my golf clubs right here. Like, I got, like, I'm all decked out to the nines. I'm wearing a golf glove to play this game. This is, like, in terms of setup, this is super unoptimal. You gotta give me something, okay? Ooh, don't know if that's enough. Yeah, no, the green speeds in here are it's ridiculously fast. And the funny thing is, it gets even worse with the next hole. So long as I don't make any mistakes, we pretty much have this in the bag. It's like, yeah, it's not even a contest.
Look, if enough people out there in the speedrunning community submits like a bunch of golf games to Passion Project, I will have a golf marathon on the show.
Oh, that would be absolutely incredible.
Like, it could even be a speedrun of the Rugrats, God.
I know what you're talking.
Search for Reptar.
Yeah, Search for Reptar does have a
has a mini golf mode.
Yes, but may I one up that and go and suggest Rugrats 2 because they have multiple mini golf courses in that game.
Yeah.
Oh, that is. I accidentally fat fingered that. That is fine. That was gonna go in. That's fine. I am not crying inside. You are. That's a bogey. Okay, that is okay. Anyway, Rugrats 2. In Paris. I forgot. It was something in Paris.
I think it was the movie in Paris or whatever, like the Paris one.
Yeah,
though. I remember playing that.
Yeah, I actually still. Well, I don't know if it's still even working or if it's even there, but in Puerto Rico I had that movie and I would play that ad nauseum. I used to have not just that's not the only Rugrats VHS I used to have. I would also have, please tell me if someone remembers this, the crossover between the Rugrats and the Wild Thornberries. Please tell me someone remembers that, please.
I didn't watch it, but I remember it existing.
Oh, it's a little strange, I'm not gonna lie. It was because like they are not what you think. Those two shows, you would not think, oh yeah, crossover makes sense. But it exists, and I have the VHS, and it's like totally in orange. Ooh, I have this cactus in front of me. Oh, that is, I accidentally fat fingered again.
Oh,
that's fine.
The cactus was gonna eat it anyways.
Yeah, I was gonna go like super power shot on that one because the distance that would have been cut from it would have meant that would have still meant that the ball would have reached or at least close to the green. All right, this is a super tough putt. Really?
Just a little short, yeah.
All right. Well, that back nine is not going super well. Okay, but I'm -7. That is still. Oh, I'm still winning this. I'm still leading. I need to be at 5 under par to automatically win this. I'm at 7 under, and the next few holes are not difficult at all. And just like that, we're at 8 under. No problem. You see, we're fine. We're fine. I'm not sweating. You are.
I mean, there is someone who is watching from Puerto Rico, actually.
Yo, fellow Boricua. Hopefully the people. Wait a minute, it is almost 1 in the morning in Puerto Rico. My God, the dedication. I super appreciate that. I went a little bit too much. That is fine. I'd rather. Ooh.
This means we have a sick chip-in opportunity here.
Oh yeah, and we have had plenty of sick chip-in opportunities. Come on. No, really?
Oh!
It says 1.5 feet. That looks like 1.5 inches.
It really does.
We are in hole 17. Yeah, no, this is... Yeah, if I don't fat finger again for the rest of the scores, we automatically win. There's like... It's not even something to be concerned about. I think I hit a cactus. It's fine. Am I going to be in the... Okay, no, I'm not in the rough. We're going to increase Let's see. Avoid the. We're going for like a 6 iron to avoid the ball traveling really high up. Oh wait. Really?
Oh, we've been robbed so many times.
Oh my goodness. I mean, we've had some banger shots, but man, what could have been? What could have been? You know.
Just sneaking by that cactus.
Yeah, that's the really tough part. You always want to try to make sure you get to the right of that cactus to kind of have like an uninterrupted path. Second shot. Ooh, this is... You know what? No, you know what? This is not going to be hard at all. I'm going to make this, and this is going to be like the coolest shot ever. I'm going to make sure I line this up. Never mind. I'm throwing and runs over. We're restarting the entire run from the very beginning, from the created character. That's fine. All right, let's see. I'm actually curious how many levels I'm gonna get. Or really?
Okay.
That's really surprising. All right. And now comes the final course. Oh, this is not gonna be fun. This is, it is. Oh boy. Link's Club. It is the final obstacle in this, tournament. In this game that is introduced for this category. The small little patches of like grass you kind of see all across. Actually, just multiple stuff that they introduce here. The small patches of grass that you see throughout the hole, they will kill your hole in whatever no matter what, because it is so thick, that grass. It will cut your power in half. And it will make getting a good shot almost impossible to do. You have to literally go like nice, perfect shot in order just to not hit it in an awkward way, and you lose, and you only hit it for like 10 yards when you meant to try to go for like 110.
Oh, you mean like this weird sprigs of grass right in the middle of the fairway?
Yeah, they call it, in this game, they call it heap, and that is the first time I ever heard of that word, and I have no idea if that's actually true or not, if that's the proper nomenclature. And
is the lighter non-pattern grass or like patches, is that fast fairway or just regular fairway?
Yeah, it is fast fairway. Good eye, yes.
Okay.
You would think like, oh, you get a little bit distance on your shot. Well, the placement of some of those fast fairways, they can be exceptionally awkward and ripe for trolling. So you have to also be taking that into consideration in your shots. So you want to make sure it goes well. Here's
the interesting shot to have to make.
Here's the problem. Is because I went with a more aggressive, the shots are not going to go straight. And, okay. It's really, the chips are going to be, wow, that's a sandwich. The ball should never run that fast on the sandwich. After being hit with a sandwich. That's fine. By the way, if you kind of get those really small glimpses, there are actually other non-Mario characters competing in these tournaments. They don't actually show up in the game proper. They're just there by name to fill out the tournament leaderboard. So if you play a tournament in this game, you're gonna notice there's gonna be occasion where you see like characters like Zelda or Link or even other Mario characters like Shy Guy. My favorite one is King Zora, like the giant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, giant King Zora from Ocarina of Time is also an avid golfer. Really? Oh, this is actually.
Wow.
Okay. Have I had a single birdie here? Okay, I've had one birdie. Okay, that makes me feel a tiny bit better, but I need at least to go 8 under to win this whole thing. So I already need to go more than 50% of the remaining holes. You get a birdie, which is fine, but oof, it is not going to be easy. All right, good shot, good shot. And it hit the tree. It hit the very top of that pine tree. That's incredible. Yeah, and the shot is not going. They'll naturally now veer off to the right, which is going to make things a little bit more difficult. Like pars is not going to be enough to win this tournament. Yeah, we're gonna go Ooh, not what I want. Oh, I'm already at only one power shot left in this. Oh, this is fun. Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a fun little challenge to deal with.
Do you think King Zora just plays the ball where it lies if it lands in a water hazard?
Ooh.
Probably.
Oh, that's an interesting. I want to say yes, but at the same time, if we give him such an unnatural advantage, it's not even fair. Being able to play it in water instead of like just taking the one-stroke penalty.
Clearly, he just has to take a one-stroke penalty if he hits land.
Ooh,
Outside of the green.
Oh, that's. He would do great in the Palm Club, where it's a lot of it is just bodies of water. Right, this should get in. There's nothing obstructing its pattern.
There we
Nice.
go.
Okay, now we're slowly starting to get into the mix of things. Okay. Thankfully, the par 5s in this course, if you have a good first and second shot, they're actually not that bad they're not that bad to get birdies on. So I at the very least feel confident in getting at least like 5. Ooh, this is actually okay. I'm gonna purposefully get a lower my power just to have a more comfortable third shot, because I don't like this is one of those things where like people who don't play golf don't understand sometimes, is that it's not just about hitting the ball as fast as hard as you can every single time out. It's really sort of measuring and just attacking with with your strategy and like a unique game plan depending on the shot. What?
Oh,
Excuse me. What? That was in. It was already falling down.
that was highway robbery right there.
Oh my god! I should be 3 under right now. I should be 3 under and in a really good possession to win this tournament. That is fine. Ah, I hit the tree again. This is.
Also, chat, don't feel bad. It also took me until probably like 3 years ago to learn what the numbers in the lower right meant.
Oh yeah. So basically, I kind of view it more as like a percentage type of deal. So basically, on the green, it's like it's perfect. Like there's no way you're gonna have your power reduced. Same with tee, when the ball's not like on the tee or perfectly on the fairway. Ooh, come on. Push it a little bit further so I can have an unobstructed view. There we go. And that's in. Yeah, so
no slopes or anything to worry about.
Yeah, so depending on the placement and sort of like the terrain, it'll give you different numbers. And I view it as like percent, as sort of like, okay, how much is your power kind of reduced by and everything. So for example, we're in the fairway, but it's a little bit of grass underneath, so your power is just barely going to be reduced. It's almost like unrecognizable, but it is something to sort of be but it is something that you will have to sort of be concerned about. Okay. I've noticed that my putts as of late, and that thing, the whole wanted to spit that out. Oh, you saw that. That. Oh my god. Oh, I am. Yeah, I was about to say, like, my long putts as of late, I've noticed I've been hitting them a little bit short, so I'm gonna went a little bit more aggressive. That was almost too aggressive. Even just a tiny bit less, and that would have been disaster for me. Yeah, so this is another instance of like, hey, I'm just going to not go super duper power shot on here, because there's no need, because I'm not gonna reach the green anyway, so might as well just go to take advantage, just make sure that the third shot is good. Okay. I don't appreciate that, even though this has like a big old draw in Joe's stats, that it is just keeps veering off to the left.
Yeah, even with a mix of his draw and the wind should be blowing it. Well, at least in the previous hole, it should have been blowing it to the right as well.
Yeah, it's a little awkward sometimes. But Joe is sort of like he has the highest natural power stat, but he's also a bit of a wild card with where the ball travels. And that is something that runners of this game have to sort of be wary of, is making sure that you're able to. Boy, that is traveling way more than it should have. That thing is almost, it traveled almost as much as if it would have for a nice shot. Might have been a little bit too little. Really, it barely went down. That's interesting. That's interesting. Where am I at? 5 under par. Okay, this is a little dicey, but still makeable.
And you need to be how far under?
8 under to win the turn. I believe it's a share for first place, which is fine. It's really, I believe it's weird. The rules on SRC, they just say completed. It doesn't say you have to win all of them, but I believe just finishing podium, it's good enough for SRC, which would be top 3. Which, if we're just talking strictly podium, oh yeah, no, we got this in the bag. Not even. Okay. Oh, there we go. We are at 6 under. Okay. 2 more for... Oh, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Oh, this is not optional. Not optimal. Yeah, I was gonna hit that no matter what. I was gonna hit that tree. Yeah, that was unfortunate. I needed the wind to go in the complete opposite direction. Ooh, come on. Just a little bit. That's fine. Next few, the last 3 holes are gonna be fine because it's a par 5 and I've been doing pretty well in them, so I am not concerned at all. And if I actually get birdie on all 3 of these last holes, that would be just an absolute primo way to win the hole, to cap off. Ooh, okay. Okay, we're gonna go hyper conservative here. That's fine to hit the tree, but that is fine. All I care about is to make sure I don't put myself in a bad position.
It looks like, looking at SRC, that the only category that requires placing first is story mode 100%.
I see.
Where it requires placing first in every tournament, no other podium finishes needed, all 90 birdie badges, beat all 7 match players, play and beat all minigames.
Whoa!
But getting the 1-ups
right
and the hidden character is not required. Nice, very nice.
Regardless of what happens over the rest of it, I'm actually proud of how I've been able to come back. Oh, this is not good. Ooh, this is actually... this is actually not great. Okay, so we're gonna try to save for par right there. Yeah, we're basically gonna try to save for par right there, because then we'd be able to put us in position to get to 8 under with a birdie on the final hole, which it's actually not gonna be easy because the final hole coming up, it is exceptionally difficult. It's also extremely long. It has like extremely trolly fast fairway placement. Heath placement is ridiculous. It's also exceptionally long. And this wind is also really bad.
Oh yeah, that is rough wind.
You know what? Go big or go home. And beautiful.
Okay.
Yep, that is exactly.
Okay,
that's
nice.
Exactly how I wanted to play this. Okay. Nothing obstructing me. And it's in. Oh, long putt. Ooh, this is actually. Okay. All right, here it goes. There we go. Beautiful. And we went outright. Oh, we went outright the whole thing. Beautiful.
Nice.
Oh my god. Beautiful. Time is coming up as soon as the level up screen fades and time. Beautiful. Oh my god.
GG.
What a clutch way on the hardest part 4 of the category. Clutch it out with. I think that might be the first time I ever actually birdied in a speed run. I'm not even kidding. I have world record in this category. I think that might be the first time I've ever actually birdied in that final hole. Oh my god, I was convinced I was not gonna go in. It's funny because I was supposed to be. It's weird in that tournament. It's weird. Sometimes second place is 7 under par. Sometimes it's 8 under par. It's very, so I wanted to be safe and go 9 under par, but I'm so happy I got to 8 under par. And we finally have our long deserved trophy ceremony for winning all 4 tournaments. And you know, we have the crowd so excited. Look at John GDQ with the sunglasses, so impractical on a golf course, especially that was at nighttime. It looked like, oh my god, what a run! I'm telling you, this was a lot of fun. I'm very, very happy with that. That was exceptional. I love this game so much. Even though we're seeing the credits, this is not the end of the game. Would you believe me? For those who have never played this game, would you believe me if I told you there's a post game to this? There's actually a decent amount of post game content of all things to deal with. But for now, I think we can hang our hat, as is golfing tradition. Whenever we finish a tournament and we finish a round, we take off our caps and just say GG's. What a run right there.
Yeah, that was honestly really fun. And do you have any shout-outs that you'd like to make as we wrap up for the night?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I want to say, first of all, shout outs to Camelot for making this wonderful, wonderful game. So many wonderful games that they've made throughout the years and still are making to this day. Amber, I want to also shout out you. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to be in this game. I never in my wildest dreams would I have thought that I would be here on Hotfix for the 6th time in my speedrunning career on the 3rd game. And I couldn't be more happy with it being this game. I love this game to death. It's such an... I highly recommend anyone who is curious about this game, if you have a Switch and you have Switch Online, there's no reason why you shouldn't try this game out. It's so much fun. There's so much content on here. Shout outs to, I guess, the few number of Mario Golf Game Boy Color runners out there. The very few runners out there. There was a few things I've been able to pick up in the last couple of weeks that allowed me to set a world record on the 3DS port of this game, because for whatever reason the leaderboards kind of have it between 3DS / Game Boy Color and then the other side on the Switch version. I think it's because of a frame rate thing, because for anyone...
I think so. I think it runs at a full 60 on Switch.
Yep. And it is, so you're going to naturally see Switch times be a little faster than 3DS / Game Boy Color times.
Mm-hmm.
And, but yeah, no, shout outs to the tactic of soft resetting after the first 3 tournaments is a major time save. Saves, I think it saves it maybe as much as like 35-40 seconds for if you're doing it for the first 3 tournaments, because of you can't skip the trophy cutscene, which is why I kind of saved that till the very end, because it loses a lot of time. So I'm very happy with how this game... It's kind of the very few number of us have been able to play this game and run this game. We've been kind of pushing this quite a fair amount, actually. So yeah, no, this has been fantastic. And look at John GDQ, man. The drip on this man, impeccable. I'm just saying.
I mean, it's very majestic into the sunset and everything.
This is one of my absolute favorite images in the entire game. I can't lie.
And thank you so much for showcasing this. And folks, thank you so much for watching and being here. And, you know, remember to look after yourselves and your loved ones. Drink some water, stretch your legs, eat a snack, take your medication or your vitamins if you need to. And remember that you are valid, you deserve the best, and the world is a better place with you still in it. If you missed out on SGDQ, you should stay tuned as we replay runs from the event right after this. And also tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern for Do All the Things in Parallel Universe. And I'll be back next Friday, because I don't normally appear on this week, but you'll see me next week, Friday the 25th, starting around 10 p.m. Eastern, where we're going to be showcasing Mega Man Battle Network and Hell of an Office, which were a couple of runs that were submitted to SGDQ, but didn't quite make it onto the schedule. So we'll be checking that out next Friday, the 25th at 10 p.m., and I will see you all then. So have a great rest of your night and enjoy this SGDQ replay. Bye.